Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, The Witch Hunters. Boy, okay. Might think you've accidentally tuned into an older episode, but no, this is the current timeline. Because last session, you guys actually fought with the Witch Queen herself, the Bone Mother. And man, it was a lot. In fact, just a brief, quick recap of the fight, how it went, how it kind of ran down in my head. There was immediately Grizz was banished from the fight. You guys tried to destroy the minions that she had summoned. This displacer beast known as Azure. That she actually flung her teeth at you. These iron dentures spinning around the room, firing off little beams and missiles. And you managed to kind of deal with those two things first before trying to tackle on Baba Yaga. You noticed there was a strange kind of dome that you could potentially manipulate, and Tanner was rushing towards it, tried to push through, and you could just barely make it through. And when they did, they immediately tried to snap Daya out of it. And it was actually Daya herself that snapped out of it by calming themselves down and stilling their mind. And eventually you were able to pull the crown off your head and you were no longer charmed. Um, as that was happening, Abiaga was causing immense amount of pain to Heladus, actually locking him up, and he was struggling to cast spells, but he somehow overcame that as well, which is impressive. And although Grizz was banished, things weren't looking too bad. But then Eridanus, you manipulated the Tesseract, and its will wasn't something you could command. Chaotic space and time magic began to uh, pulse from it, and eventually it banished Tanner as well back the into the Tesseract, into this kind of pocket dimension which it holds, and it is an endless dimension within there. You could see these stars of power just sort of brimming in there, and you heard a voice. And Tanner and Grizz turned around to realize Tyro had been in here, floating around the entire time. Tyro, Tanner, and Grizz tried to attempt to break back out, realizing there was now a window to squeeze through almost. Popping back into the material plane, it was just in time to see Heladus be disintegrated by Baba Yaga herself. And it went from bad to worse after that as well. Dyer rushed towards where he once stood and tried to wish for him back as he once was, but instead he returned as a water genasi. It's kind of almost fulfilling the opposite effects of the ring. It was very confusing. Nonetheless, you were able to just pull it back a bit before you did something very brash, but I guess it makes sense. Heladus, you pushed Eleanor into the Tesseract itself, which was already primed and ready to be basically released. You could feel the air becoming cold. The world around you had changed. It'd been like drained of color. You realized you were not perhaps in the Feywild anymore, but somewhere far darker and gloomy. And before she could activate it, Baba Yaga had to go back after Eleanor. She swooped in, tried to get a hold of her, whilst Tanner was um, also turning the gravity upside down. Oh my god, it got mental. But she bamped back out, grabbed Eleanor, activated the cube, and also sadly whacked Dyer as well around the head with a massive mortar and pestle, and that knocked Dyer unconscious. They fell off the hovercraft skull vehicle and landed like snapping their neck on the ground. A brutal, brutal death. And afterwards, now seeing the world had been pulled into the Shadowfell, Baba Yaga grabbed a hold of the Tesseract and slammed it as hard as she could with the pestle, destroying it. It looked as if it was destroyed. Perhaps it just made that shattering sound as its power was released, but what was released was the stars, all kind of stored up in there. The energy of like the comet, everything, every ounce that you guys poured into it as well. Eridanus, at one point, you were like pouring your own cosmic energy into it because she had charmed everyone when Tana was elsewhere. Anyway, enough of this. Effectively, you've failed to stop the ritual, but you did sort of at least get an idea of what's going on, and you kind of managed to come with her as well at that point. Unfortunately, at a great cost, as Daya was still left dead after the fight, and Baba Yaga teleported away somewhere into the gloomy distance. But at that point, also Halidus would have completely forgotten everything that had just happened as well, as coming out of the Feywild, your memories were warped. As this, as you guys were in some sort of state, Tanner not knowing what to do or where to go, but perhaps to find his deity, that's when a swell of sand appeared. Herrig stood before you, the Time Mage, and he, of course, told you that he had bought you time and offered a little bit of a switch up. And to this point, we are leaving that timeline and flicking all the way back to when you were in the hourglass inside Terrik's chambers. And just as it was hitting the floor, you remember it was frozen in time, and there were smaller depictions of yourselves trapped in there, frozen. And suddenly we're seeing through the eyes of those individuals, and you could see the rest of your party sort of leave. It's like you're seeing that yourselves leave Terrik's chamber up the stairs and out the door, and suddenly the hourglass resumes back in time, shatters, and you guys all tumble out onto the carpet. The hourglass fades away and dissipates, and Terry is actually standing there with you, and he explains, "This is your timeline. It's an alternate one, but it is still yours. To you, this is the original timeline. To your previous selves, you would see perhaps some differences. I can explain what your future selves did, but it isn't a pleasant ending for you, I'm afraid, Daya." And he begins conjuring illusions of what played out and the actions that your alternate timeline took. The moment when you bested the Phoenix, killed Agatha Grizzlegums, which strangely she melted into ice and snow, and like there was wigs and fingernails left in her place. You remember the fight with Night, and how you guys had to use ethereal potions to try and chase after him. You remember Lady Mora getting killed? Question mark by just getting reduced to a cloud of mist, and she swooped away, taking Night with her. But you remember how you fought that fight and how you managed to kill the Nightmare, stopping him from coming back out of the ethereal, trapping him in there effectively. And you remember the crown, the bed, all the information that you learnt within that previous timeline is yours now as well. And Tarek says, "Is there any questions that you would like to ask me?"
Yes. What the hell was Agatha? Because she kind of melted.
Ah, yeah. Agatha.
Just in case there's a better way to deal with that situation.
He's gonna roll his Arcana. And let me check the spell level.
I have a feeling
That's
that.
exactly what he needed. DC 17 was the check.
Nice, nice.
Because that is a 7th level spell. It is an illusion. An illusion of Baba Yaga herself, created of components of herself. Yes, that wig is real hair. Baba Yaga's own hair. Those fingernails
Ooh,
are clippings of herself.
interesting.
Hmm.
It is known as a simulacrum.
And
Does that mean that there that Agatha is already dead? The real Agatha, I mean?
She was never alive to begin with.
There was
She
no Agatha.
was a creation, a fallacy. Not really, not really living, but it does have a mind of its own. It can think, it can obey spoken commands and act in accordance. But the simulacrum does have some drawbacks. It cannot learn new spells. It cannot replenish its arcane magic. It's forever bound with whatever Baba Yaga had at the time of its creation.
hmm.
Do you know
So
what she used to create it?
What she used, well,
Yes.
would have been the life-size, life-size duplicate of hair, fingernails, and snow. Powdered rubies, worth at least 1,500 gold, sprinkled over the duplicate, and a powerful incantation create the illusionary duplicate.
hmm. And is that something that could
Uh,
be dispelled with enough force?
I was gonna say, Adonis, this sounds easily dispellable. I've seen things around even the academy where wizards would create simple constructs to have them complete tasks and so forth. Well, there were strict rules there, Adonis, at the academy and Idea, of course. You could never leave such things after hours, and they would just simply flick their finger, pop, and the construct would,
Hmm.
like just like that was, it would fall to the floor in its material components.
Is it as simple as that? Can we just wave our hands and recite some magic words to dispel it, or is it a bit beyond that?
Can it be dispelled? Hmm.
There has to be a way, Turig. There's always a way. These things are bound by law. They're bound by structure. You know this. There's always a
The
way.
simulacrum is indeed bound by law of magic. Some spells cannot be, but a simulacrum lasts until it is dispelled.
It's basically a golem, really. Kind of like Grizz was. Sorry, Grizz.
Mm, I
So,
would say more of an illusion than a golem.
Well,
so
a construct, right? Made of parts, brought together through the weave.
at a seventh level
Arcana
spell.
101.
Huh.
Let's say we were to just set the hair on fire. Would that destroy the simulacrum? Is that all we have
It
to do?
does. It does have a constitution in which it can be damaged.
Hmm.
It can, however, be repaired.
Hmm.
It is tricky and requires herbs and such, but you would need to destroy every component of it: the hair, the nails, all those pieces.
Hmm.
DM, I have a bit of a fourth wall disposition question here. Do our characters like? Is it like they're just being told a story here, or do they actually understand that this was an alternate reality that they did participate in, and then they do they understand that, or like could Ember just not believe that he's being told the truth here? Like
You
or does he
definitely,
know it's true? Does he know it's
you
true?
definitely have the sensation that well, for example, you just came out of the hourglass where this group was the one that you switched places with. Do you remember?
Yes.
So you're absolutely certain there is another
Okay.
set of yourselves, and you
So
even saw
this
them. You saw them exit the room, and Tarek just tells you exactly what just happened to them.
do we remember up to the point where he gave that hero's speech,
That's yeah. He's basically explained all of that.
including his own? Okay, this is so weird.
Hmm.
Did
Okay,
he?
cool.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Here's my question. So I thought that he was just telling it to us, and we're kind of learning about it in the third person.
Yeah,
But
he's
Yeah.
played
you
it out
also
with
said that
illusions as well.
he's putting the knowledge into our heads. So like,
He's
would we
created an
remember
illusion.
doing it?
he's created an illusion in front of you so you can watch the entire thing play out in
Okay.
every single detail.
Okay, so
Um,
we watch it happen, but I wouldn't remember what I was thinking when I was preparing to go into that fight or whatever.
right. Yeah, you wouldn't know exactly what you were thinking. You just saw everything and how it played
Okay.
out.
Okay. Yep. All right.
And unheard it as well, because he uses probably a powerful enough illusion that you hear it, and it's almost so real that you probably do see it in your own mind's eye.
Okay, that's big
but
for Ember.
Yeah.
yeah,
The hell it is.
In which
and
case,
I imagine that's big for everybody here, really, because there's still that
Mhm.
shred that eliminates any shred of doubt that this is our fate should we carry out the same course of
Yes.
action.
but what another thing that we know is
Elidus, I would say that even if you did follow the same course of action, that things would still play out differently. Fates are
Why?
cool. They are
That's impossible. Everything follows law and logic. There's no reason why if we did the exact same things that things can't just change. That doesn't make sense.
the thing
no
is,
timeline can be the same as another.
and
There are always differences. Every action is like a roll of the dice.
As
Just
I
like that.
roll an intelligence check.
and even
It
if
grabs
we
that concept.
and even if we were to try to do everything the same, we would have to do everything exactly the same, which mean walk the exact same steps,
I
because
imagine that
And
incredibly difficult. Yeah.
any deviation would alter things.
Yo,
also,
what's
the fact
Eridonis'
that
intelligence? As if he understands this. Come on.
I'm afraid that the act of me telling you about this has also just altered this timeline.
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good, James. Wow, that's kind of a mind fuck. To be honest, Eric. I guess
But
now that you've told us that, we can't possibly. I mean, that's great, Dia Tanner. Ari, we won't repeat our mistakes.
yes,
We literally can't. I see what you're saying, Tarek. That's pretty clever.
yes,
I would have told the previous group,
Yeah, why not?
But-
You fucked us.
because if I had have told them, the outcome would have been different. It would have altered that timeline.
and then
This
that
is
would
the
have altered
timeline
our
in which
time.
I'm telling you.
Right. But there are a couple of important bits of information besides the information that you've just given. We now know perhaps a quicker and safer way to deal with Agatha and get this rekindling thing over and done with. We also know that we know the true statement of what the ring does, looking at Hellatus's ring. We know.
Dude, ring is
Well,
cursed.
I think you're absolutely right, Eridonis, and we could even further. Dia, you turned me into a twisted, awful creature. I won't forgive you for that.
I think you're thinking you'd rather be alive, even if
I
you
might be dead, Dia. That was
No.
disgusting.
Now I know. Now I know. I'll just leave you to die next
Yeah,
time. How's that?
I appreciate
Rot
you.
on the ground.
Next time you save my life before I'm fucking dead. No.
So next time, don't get hit with a disintegration beam.
Yeah, well, Tanner, what happened there? You're supposed to be in front of me. You all really let me down. I don't want to dwell on it, but honestly, if we
Well-
want to succeed, you need to make sure that I don't come to harm.
Well-
Tell me I got banished into the etherealness, which I think was the
what
result.
don't?
I think that was the result of Eridana.
True.
Everyone
Everything
just
came
blamed
apart
me.
at the seams, guys. We can do better.
Eridonis just sort of raises a hand and it's like, is time still frozen, by the way, Terek, or are we wasting time with this?
Tarek says, well, he thinks for a moment, looks at the hourglass that's kind of shattered on the floor, and then dissipates. He says, I would say you've got more time here than you would outside of this room.
Okay, so
Which it's a valuable way to spend time to learn how learn.
yes.
I mean, how valuable a lesson is this to know exactly what we would have done
Yes.
and all the ways that it went wrong? So
It was
okay,
more
I
the
have
descent
questions.
into anger and arguments that it's just
As
trying
soon
to
as
make
you
sure we didn't
walk
waste time.
in, as soon as you walk out of that door, you will inevitably feel the hut beginning to slowly collapse. Didn't notice
Right.
it at first when you were fighting the Phoenix or the Night Hags, but I can show you a model effectively. And he, for the first time, creates a mesmerizing tesseract of the hut itself with all the rooms. It's like a room plan, but it doesn't look right. It's like a projection of the hut, not the actual source of it. But there are like arrows that kind of loop in and out and around. And he says that the collapsing started on the furthest edges of the hut. Then, one by one, the rooms folded back in, compacting.
Uh, once it started happening, there was very little time. We know exactly when it's going to reoccur, and this is great. This means that all these hags that have done us wrong, Grizz, you'll have your revenge. Your mind will be free from their tinkering. Although I
Uh,
do like the Tinkerers, maybe we can spare them. Maybe we can tell them of the forthcoming doom, and they can perhaps reward us in kind.
well,
might be
those who are
What do you think would happen, Tarek, if we warned the residents of the hut? That would create an unknown.
the denizens would not die. They were merely evacuated.
Wait, they were
But
evacuated?
indeed, yes.
When we ran by dust as the walls were coming down, as they were as you
Dust
explained.
decided to stay by the looks. She wished to help you by holding up a bridge for you to cross.
Oh no, she stayed because of us? No, no,
Indeed.
no, no. Oh, okay. That's not
But
okay. Let's not do that again.
yes,
But it also means that we can't buy favors by warning people, which
no.
is less good.
That's too bad. But
Well, at this
a lot
point,
of these reprehensible individuals, anyways.
now that we have a rough idea of Baba Yaga's end goal, I assume we want to still try to stop her.
Think so.
I
Whatever that was not good. That collapsing star explosion thing? Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
Right.
Eridonis, can you believe her uh, wherewithal to disintegrate me? Damn right, I want to fuck her up, Eridonis. She's gonna pay.
In which case, we now owe her no loyalty at all. So
Absolutely not.
So I'm thinking once we have dealt with Agatha and this rekindling for your fire
There's no respect for law and order. No respect for bargains, agreements. Just a creature of deceit and filthy. And those nails, Eridonis, they could kill a man scratching a chalkboard. They're disgusting.
Yes, Terry, I realize you can answer questions, but are those only about things that we did previously, or can we ask other questions about the hut?
You did ask questions about the hut in another timeline, but those timelines didn't end so well either. What question do you wish to ask?
With the collapse of the hut, how long would it be roughly before the vault room collapses?
You have time to get to the vault room,
And
if that's where you're heading.
And if the magic of the hut is failing, would the magic protecting that also, well, not failing, but withdrawing, would the magic protecting that also have faded potentially? Or would those magics...
Protecting the hut?
Well, protecting the vault rooms, like stopping people getting into them, would those still be standing?
You wish to cut it close whilst the hut is collapsing?
I could avoid that one area if we could.
Well, it's
I see what you mean.
But you are correct, Eridanus.
Yes.
The hut suffuses magic through the walls, and the Tesseract is the battery of that.
So
it is reclaiming that power. any defenses, you're right. They would be drained.
So, and the
Would there
last
be enough time between the draining of the defenses and the draining of the vault itself for us to get in and get out? That's what I'm more concerned about.
that is a
Do you have
worry.
a way to? Hmm. Do you have a way to levitate, fly, or can you walk on walls?
I can,
That would be.
I can make us fly, two of us fly.
I can walk on walls.
I can technically fly.
I can, take a spell and cut it in two. Ever show you that, Terry? I can do something you can't do. I bet you'd be impressed. My gifts are very ancient and powerful. The Baba Yaga better not trifle on me again.
Split a spell
These-
in two. Say.
Yes, I can. They've all seen it, right, guys? You've seen it, yeah?
Is this the whole
You
where
know-
you're meant to be casting on one person, you cast on two?
I can split it precisely. Double it
You
up.
know what you are doing is effectively the same as walking two alternate timelines at once. It is the Tesseract that is able to do that.
The flames in Ember's hair just kind of like a little. Are you telling me that? I mean, no, it's not the Tesseract, Terry. Yeah, it's my gift. My ancestors, the ancestors, they've entrusted me with this power.
You saw for yourself.
Well,
the Tesseract is the cause of your wild magic.
oh, is that why I've been having these problems, Terry? You see, ever since I came here, my magic would do one thing, but it would break the rules, and it's really frustrating. I got turned into a fucking plant. And the worst
Magic.
time. But I wasn't here, Tarek. I was on the fire plane, my home plane. Yeah, it's all very unusual. But Tarek, you make a good point, actually. So when we reach a Tesseract, Tarek, we saw multiple reflections. How would one perhaps bring themselves into one of the other reflections to influence it?
There's a weird sudden shimmer as you ask this question in the room, around the room, between your allies. It's almost as if everything suddenly
have I done?
skewers and wobbles slightly.
Oh
fuck.
glitch in the
just
Matrix.
Roll me, yeah, literally that. And Eric just
God.
suddenly looks at you, and his expression is one that you've never seen, but it is one of perplexing worry.
Okay.
And he says, after that kind of weird shimmer, and I would like you to roll a
What am I-
D100 as well.
It's gonna
as a wild
friggin'
card.
Tides of Chaos this just for the lols, but okay, it's a D100. All right, let's go.
This just speaking this word alone.
Oh
activates it
God,
also.
what have I just done? 64.
What does that do?
You want to on a Wild Surge table?
Yeah.
Let me bust it out here. I think it's page 89 in the old player's handbook. 1 second.
God.
Are you suggesting to interact with the reflections of the Tesseract whilst within inside it?
Okay. Before I answer that, I will cast a fog cloud and fill this room up with fucking fog. You cast fog cloud centered on yourself.
Oh god, okay. That
So nobody can see shit.
yes, I guess that shimmer suddenly lets loose an entire fog cloud around you. And he says, well, it seems you have your answer there, Hilidus. The answer is
I can't
unclear.
see. What?
And I'll
I am suggesting that. Make us go away.
Derek
Stinks.
spells it away, and he says, "It's obvious to me that the answer is foggied by that.
So
The
not
reason being,
Theoretically, is it possible? I mean, how would we break those?
theoretically,
Yes.
yes.
That's horrible.
However,
I would imagine you would have to harness the Tesseract
no
itself.
one, nor your alternate timelines, nor the reflections in your current timeline, or the reflections of the alternate timeline, or the reflections of the reflections, and so on and so forth. No one has attempted that.
What about
Eric,
attempting to?
Elena is free. I saw them in the room. She should be free. You showed me. She didn't have the amulet on. It could be
Mhm.
so. It could be. Tanner, Tanner, maybe.
Right, Tarek, you're
Mm.
the architect of the hut, correct?
I am.
So you probably know more about the Tesseract than any other individual, correct? Except maybe Baba Yaga. Maybe.
In my own language. Yes.
Is
Baba Yaga has discovered things in her own way.
there any anything you can tell us that might help us in that situation better harness the Tesseract to our advantage? Perhaps? Because before, based on that reflection, it seemed like my alternate self, who is seemingly a lot
I
better
would
than I am,
say
is able to
I
do.
would say pray for a positive outcome, but not even prayer to the gods will help you.
Hmm.
Because the
Especially for
gods are not
Tanner.
bound by
Sorry.
the Tesseract.
Okay.
The only thing I can point to within that timeline that you just witnessed was your cosmic power, Eridanus. You were seemingly able to guide the Tesseract,
Yes.
but not ultimately choose the outcome.
Yes.
Simply lean it towards a more favorable one.
Yes. Okay. Last thing from me. When we were investigating the leaks within the hut, you obviously went and looked into the Ladorvu's breath and said that wasn't the leak from memory. Is there any chance you gathered up a sample of that we could have? I was thinking it might be useful to save Eleanor.
Yes. There's a great idea. Yes, yeah.
It cannot be gathered. Is that
That's what I
what you
feared.
saw there wasn't a glass cabinet holding that gas. That was a dimensional tear. You were seeing into another dimension.
Help her, Tarek. Please. Is there a way?
That stuff cannot be. Well, it cannot exist inside a plane. It exists outside of planes because it is the stuff of planes.
It
It is something else entirely.
I believe
Is
you
it the
used the
space
term.
between?
You used the term
Indeed.
phlogiston, I believe.
The phlogiston, yeah.
The phlogiston. Yes, it could be.
But if I were to somehow temporarily have her sent to the space between, would it then have the same effect on the amulet? I'm really jealous here, Terry. I don't see how another group was able to get that thing off her neck, and we aren't. Like we're better than these other idiots.
That phlogiston, if you wish to call it that, had a more malignant. Uh,
I got one wish. I can send her where I need to.
Yes, but it's whether we. But
it seemed malevolent. It wasn't like normal phlogiston, which is worrying. It was something else as well.
It had intention.
and
Entropy.
It did.
If
Intention, yes. It seeked to destroy.
Entropy encapsulated of some kind.
if we're going to use the wish to save Eleanor, would
In
it
heartbeat, Adonis. She's beautiful.
would it not be simpler to just wish for her freedom in the opposite way so that she is?
No, because her mother will fuck it up.
I don't know.
Mother, air quotes.
Not if we keep her distracted. I
I think you might be underestimating. I think a lot less of a lot of people, Eridanus, but you might be underestimating our opponent here a little bit.
I'm not,
How would
but
you anticipate to do this? I'm listening, Eridanus.
well,
Sorry, I just
the the la-
your fire water
the
ganassi. Sometimes you get a little confused.
the last time our previous selves, for example, previous me, tried to interact with the Tesseract to help Tanner and sent him somewhere else. If we could, for example, do that on Baba Yaga, that would keep her out the way for a little while.
Hey, but it feels as though every time I make a wish, she seems to be very much aware of it and comes in at the
Yeah.
last second. And
But from what she
if
said, the ring is a reverse ring, and she doesn't seem to have the influence. It's whatever being cursed it that is
yeah,
truly
and
the nameless one.
yeah, Mister Happy Pot. It's a good idea, Adonis. Maybe we should. Is it possible, Ari and Terig, or Dia, even maybe if someone is on the other side of a wall of sorts, like if we could get her into another one of these alternate timelines, even temporarily, could we enact a wish without her interference? Because she would be literally behind a fourth wall. What's the fourth
Perhaps,
wall? I don't know.
perhaps, but I think for now we need to be thinking on this whilst trying to get to that point. And perhaps if we can get into the vault, preferably before the hut starts collapsing, there might be something in there that may assist us in this.
Take it easy, Al. I look over to my companion. It's there. So we'll get to it soon enough. I know you're
we'll
really
deal.
hungry.
Speaking of that, Helidus, you can make someone go faster, right? With haste.
Sure.
Mm.
I might be able to end this very quickly if I can move
Ooh,
fast enough.
what do you mean?
Essentially,
It doesn't last that long, Gary. You got to be
Uh,
quick.
yes, I
You
won't.
will be quick. Warm me up a little bit, but
I just need to get within 30 feet of her.
what do you need
Within
haste for
30
that?
feet of Baba Yaga?
No, within 30 feet of Agatha.
Agatha.
Well, let's
Well, okay, I'm all for
complete our
that.
business. The people of the great town state of Bromwell are once again anticipating their
Exactly.
revenge, right? Yes.
Exactly. If I can get. But if we can deal with this situation without having to expend all of our resources like we did last time, then that would give us the edge. And
Significantly so.
I can dispel stuff, and I can give myself an edge in the casting that should hopefully get past that. But it's going to be difficult, particularly with the gold. I can't just walk over that without getting distracted, so I need to go round it quickly. And I don't know if I can move fast enough, but with haste, I should be able to get there. Of course,
I'm not like you wizards and druids. I don't really name my but yeah, I can make you go quickly. If you want to call it haste, sure.
Well,
Guess I'm a wizard now. I wonder how Tyro's doing. I wish I
well,
could. It's
well,
too bad we
by
got
the-
to see him and never got to really talk to him.
by the looks of it, in this case, we might be able to use the Tesseract in those moments to bring Tyro out. We now know where he is, at least.
Adonis, you let me know how you want me to do it, and I'll
Right.
get I like that that flame inside you. I'll
Yeah.
get things going for you.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to ask of Tereg?
I have a couple of questions actually.
Yes, feel free to.
Just I don't understand all this dimensional stuff. This is all a little bit above my education level, but
I stayed in school, Dia.
if Agatha was always a simulacrum, does that mean that she was never part of Baba Yaga's coven? And if not, who are the members of Baba Yaga's coven? Does she have a coven? Do you know?
A simulacrum as part of a coven doesn't
Mm.
seem to fit right. Doesn't sound as if it could be done.
I wouldn't think so.
Simulacrum is merely an illusion. Coven requires at least some corporeal body. Not to mention, Simulacrum would eventually run out of power. And then when that happens, the Coven would be broken. No, I would say that it's not possible by normal means. But as to her original Coven, I have a good guess. And I think you could probably guess it too, Dara. But if Eleanor is clearly one of them,
And the other was probably Natasha.
We
indeed.
already know that. She said it at the encounter, right? She said, my traitorous daughter or something along that line.
Yes, which means that...
Use Daya instead.
Which means... just Daya not being involved at all at the beginning of that ritual might be enough to slow it down and give us more time in that confrontation.
I wonder what her contingency is. Surely she has one. Maybe that
Correct.
child, Elizabeth.
Well, she
Yeah.
must have had someone else because she can't have
Right.
known that I would pick up that crown. So who else was she planning to use?
That crown apparently belonged to Natasha, according to that little vision.
Yes.
It's almost as if, well, you took on her place.
But I mean, when I put the crown on, Baba Yaga and Elena were already in place. The ritual had already started.
He knew, Daya, that you
So
would.
if she didn't know that I would be there, who did she think would be taking that crown
But
or taking that
her
place?
contingency, that's what I'm speaking of. Perhaps
Yes.
Elizabeth is
Well,
the only.
yes,
We didn't even see Elizabeth.
or it might have been that 2 is enough, but 3 just speeds it up. And as she said, she'd seen in infinite reflections, so it's possible she saw that you were likely to pick it up.
I suppose.
It's all very strange, Daya. It's a mix of law, probability, and just expected outcomes. Terig sees all these different timelines and paths, but I imagine the Baba Yaga as well. She
Okay.
probably knows the.
Here's another question for you. That mortar and pestle that she had, it was a powerful part of her magic because it wasn't just a powerful weapon, but it was something that she threw into the tesseract as the ritual was completing. So, is it always on her person, or does she
The
will she
mortar
leave
and
it
pestle?
behind?
No.
Yeah. Where does
The,
she keep it when it's not being used?
well, that I wish I knew. It is not information I have available. The mortar is missing, and I don't believe that her vehicle is a substitute. That skull that she sat in.
Yes.
But is there anything in the hut that resembles the mortar that you have come across?
Oh shit! Here. DM the players. How's your memory?
Oh God.
Oh, that's a
Memory
good
is
one.
crap, as you know.
No, you're
Uh,
good, Surgeon. You're good. What mortar and pestle? Like an alchemy lab. Like immediately, I
Lab.
think of the alchemy lab. But
The cauldron.
I was thinking things
oh, the
in
cauldron. Yeah.
the the skull, the beholder skull in the bone museum.
Yes, for sure.
Possibly. My initial thought would be the cauldron that Crud resides in. Maybe that's why she's not using it.
Could be.
It's in the chamber. It's
Mortar
in
and
her personal
pestle.
quarters.
Hmm.
Well, we could go look again. Like we're gonna go that way anyways, right?
What does she
Good.
have in her quarters besides the cauldron?
She had 4 rooms: northeast, south, northwest, southwest, east,
We had a
northeast,
bed, a
southeast. There's
pedestal, a couple of columns.
a secret door in the
Yeah.
southeast side. A
That
globe. There
pillar
was a
led in.
globe. Golden globe.
Now,
The Grizz fucked with it.
I would say your closest guess would be the cauldron as well. That's what I would guess. But there's no way to truly know, not without asking Baba Yaga directly.
Or
All I
someone.
know is that the mortar and pestle of Baba Yaga are as legendary as herself. They are
Yeah.
artifacts of incredible power, and she has
Oh, I
had them
love to
for as long
destroy
as
them.
destroying them. No, I doubt they could be destroyed, especially since the pestle itself seemingly destroyed the Tesseract. It's almost on par with it. Either that or it was at breaking point. She
Hmm.
definitely welled up all the energy inside and maybe was just unstable enough that a single tap broke it. But
Yeah.
why do you ask of the mortar and pestle anyway?
Well, I suppose it's a bit of it's a bit of a personal matter for me, but even without the fact that she knocked me out using it, it was obviously very powerful, and if we could disable it, hide it, sneak it
Hmm.
into a portal dimension somehow, just make it unavailable to her, I can't think that it wouldn't be
Are the mortar
a
and
good
pestle
idea.
themselves intrinsically linked? Like, if something happened to one, would it affect the other, or
I would assume they must be.
because I don't know what would happen, but if we assume the cauldron is the pestle, putting stuff into the tesseract could absorb it, the tesseract could probably absorb such a thing.
Hmm. If they
That would
are,
give a lot of power to the Tesseract, but at least it would get rid of the mortar and pestle.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to that.
but the worry is then what if this crud and whatever cursed it then curses the tesseract? It
may
seems.
also even break attunement. Not sure
Hmm.
if the items are indeed attunement,
Yes. Well.
which I would assume they are as powerful as they seem to be.
Yes.
And although Baba Yaga has many magical items, I have only seen, well, in that battle at least, two of them used. The iron teeth of Baba Yaga was definitely one of them. The
Disgusting.
pestle, a second one. If the mortar and pestle are one, then that is one item. And lastly, the third, and this is again just a just a theory, but I believe that her third attunement might be to that of the Tesseract itself,
Hmm.
hence why she was able to manipulate it so.
But there's no way to forcibly break attunement, is there? Not instantaneously.
No. Unless, of course, that item is elsewhere, I suppose. Oh.
Well,
A period
items
of
that can
time,
be
I think.
attuned can be destroyed.
Yes,
I mean,
but
it might be simpler to destroy a pair of teeth than it would the witch herself. So the same might apply to the mortar and pestle.
true.
Good
Well,
I don't
thought.
know if the
I like
Tesseract
it.
can be destroyed at all, but
This
I just
disarm an opponent, right, Tanner? That's what you learn in old paladin school.
she's
It's a
still
good idea,
powerful
Daya.
without it. It's not. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it just any advantage, any small thing we could do to distract her or lessen her power is well, that's all I'm thinking about right now.
Indeed, I totally agree, Daya. I think it's a good idea. I'm all for it.
Okay,
I
here's
believe.
another thing.
Hmm.
Without our intervention, would the other hags, the alchemy hags, the tinker hags, have joined her or helped her in any way in her ritual?
Did you see for yourself within the reflection?
I think I saw them in one of them. Yes.
You did?
They
I don't remember
they
seeing them.
they seem to be carrying out their own ritual.
Yeah, it's hard to really interpret, to be honest, Tarek.
As were 3 Snurgs.
Yeah, that was the weirdest one. I really didn't like that reflection.
Who
One's
else was
enough.
there? Knight was there,
Then
right?
Snug might be the substitute.
Interesting.
Hard.
Should the ritual not go ahead, perhaps Snug would take your place.
He's a spider.
And Dyer is a monk, not a spellcaster.
Yes, there was also a third one where Dawn, Night, and Twilight performed the ritual.
It's not to say that they were doing the same ritual, is it?
No, but
I mean, they could have been.
This is
I mean,
crazy. I don't
I-
understand. How can the? Yeah. Do you just need any subject? What will be the point of that? Why work all these young witches into shape if you could just throw a friggin' spider in there? Why waste your time?
Exactly.
I mean,
you
like we are right now. But
whatever
aside,
ritual 3 Snurgs were doing would have been a different one than the ones that
yes,
That's
3
that's
witches
more
were.
likely, Dyer, yes. A different ritual. Whatever
Completely
one this is, it requires something else, something specific.
Mm,
Why Dyer was picked? Well, I believe, Dyer, you picked yourself.
I did, unfortunately. And I did see the prophecy of that, or the foretelling of that, and I still did it anyway. It just goes to show.
oh, this makes a lot of. I just had like an aha moment where I understand where some of Daya's reservations to futility come into play. That, oh shit, I see. Very nice, Sarah Jane. Very nice. Cool.
You may be
Very
reading too
cool.
much into that, but I'm going to
Oh,
take
my
it.
bad. Okay.
yeah,
Yes,
but
yes, I am very smart and wise.
I mean, it's possible that Daya was a fitting substitute because she's directly linked to the comet, and that seemed to be an important part of the ritual.
Or she's somebody's
That
daughter
might
that
be
we
it.
don't know. Like, do we know? We know who Daya's parents are. We
I
met
know
them.
exactly who my
Yeah,
parents
yeah,
are.
yeah. What the hell
Let's
has that
not be
something to do with it? Yeah,
insulting.
we met
You
him.
might
We
be
met
right,
them. Yeah.
Adonis.
It might just have to do with being with feminine power.
Yeah,
3 women are
perhaps.
always going to be more powerful than 3 men or 2
It
men
Nice.
is.
and a woman.
It is something of note that the hags are indeed all females, but
Of course, we have secret magic. Every woman knows this.
Yes. Yeah.
Indeed. Eric, look, I don't mean to be the one here who's a little skeptical, but man who likes a bargain and a fair trade, and I'm having a hard time really seeing this from your side of things. You've done all this. I don't mean to sound accusatory, but it puts me off a little bit. We here value our positions, and I'll nod at my flaming compatriot here, and we don't want to be taken advantage of. What's in this for you? What do we owe you for all these heroic speeches, and then what's your angle here? You trying to control the Tesseract for yourself? What is it?
I have thought deeply about this, and I have come to the conclusion that you are excellent trouble solvers, and
Trouble.
there are certain equations or formulas that I have yet to complete or solve, and I see that you may be the, how do I say it? He's he's trying to
X? Are
avoid the
we
word.
X? Are we X in the equation? Are we
Yes,
to
yes.
solve for X? Is that what's arithmetic?
No.
You mean to claim?
You are certainly you're part of the equation now. I see that clearer. There was no way Baba Yaga was going to ever complete the ritual without some sort of interference. but I wouldn't say you're interfering anymore. You're simply part of the whole.
Well, Tarek, I'll have you know that these gifts will not go unrewarded. Should we be successful in this second attempt, I will likely be have a little issue in reaching my ancestral potential. I'll see that. Hopefully, you're well rewarded. We could be great allies if you were to take the Tesseract as your own, wouldn't we? And I'll nod once again at my flaming compatriot, who probably doesn't do anything.
The knowledge that, yeah, just sort of nods with you. Uh, the knowledge that you will shed as a result of your actions is a reward enough, as it is.
Well, I don't expect a reward. I aim to repay this incredible gift, Terrig. You don't
I mean, a
understand what you've
reward to
done
me.
today. Oh, right. Pardon me.
And if you do wish to repay, then perhaps in the future I will have more problems for you to solve.
Perhaps in the future I will
Or
have a large amount of subjugates that could assist you in that. We'll see, Terrig. We'll see.
in which case, as you are showing such an interest, I will offer you this. And he reaches into his robes and pulls out a small metal disc-like device, and he presses a button on the side, and it unclasps, sort of like a compass. And as it opens, you see a little spring mechanism flips out. And it looks like a sundial with these kind of wire frames with these tiny little lightning bolts that seem to spark from it, like static. And there's pointers in several directions, and it's spinning. And it looks like it's a clock mixed with a compass, and it's kind of a little bit baffling to see, but it is a wonder. And
It's like
he
something
says,
straight out of the Tinkerhag's lab, but
"Yeah." Says, "Well, as it happens, they are the ones that helped develop this for me. It is a thaumatic compass. If you wish to, if you should you survive this endeavor, and you wish to solve more anomalies, find answers to the universe, I will happily allow you to come to my tower. This points to that tower."
that's great, Terrig. Uh, okay, sure. I assure you we'll be successful this time. We can't possibly fail. We know too much. Uh,
What
this
he
is
means
great.
is, uh, what
All right.
what do you do in your tower exactly? Are you just interested in learning about magic, or is there?
I study chronomancy and all of its properties. A school of magic that was outlawed in the capital. I'm in exile.
Ah,
Is that why you're working in conjunction with the Baba Yaga? I won't say working for her, but
It is a reason why I have found myself here instead of in the company of other wizards. Yes, it
I
is
see.
deemed too dangerous to meddle with, but they just do not understand how it works.
Does Herodis know what a lich is?
You can roll me an Arcana check if you want to
Yeah, please.
get an idea of what one might be. You know of undead creatures, and they have varying degrees of power. One similar, I would say, the closest thing to a lich you know of is a necromancer, and the people are able to extend their life beyond normal measures. I wouldn't say you know all the inner workings of
Okay.
a lich. You probably heard the term, but you don't know what or how they even work.
Okay.
So, let's have a look. Trying to find the compass art. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, sorry. What was the topic before that? Oh yeah,
He
here we
was
go.
explaining what he does in his tower.
Here
Dai
we go.
asked.
That's the
Chronomancy.
compass he hands you.
And why he was exiled.
Fancy. Mhm.
Oh, look at that. Woo!
Hmm.
Quite the piece.
And it all
Athens?
folds. It all folds back up and closes. Quite large. It's quite bigger than a compass. But yeah, nonetheless, that is the device he gives you and
That's
says
that's
points
cool as
towards.
hell.
We'll find Talterig with this.
Talterig, that is close to the idea, right? Would ever have heard of this? That's Helidus, sorry. I know I'm doing a lot of woody,
You would
but
have never heard. No one's ever heard of
okay,
Talterig.
okay,
No.
all right.
So yeah, to answer your question, there, yeah, there are many mysteries of the multiverse that I have yet to uncover, and chronomancy allows me all the time in the world to discover them. So mastering that effectively allows me to master everything. But yes, there are other things that have importance to me when I have time to look into them. He seems to be a little bit like aloof with this part of his sentence. He seems to be like staring off,
Mm,
almost thinking about something, almost sort of a look of regret. But that's
interesting.
the answer he gives nonetheless.
Okay.
Just with your passive insight, you're picking up on it might be more than just he's not really interested in power necessarily, but he is perhaps looking for an answer or something in his past, who knows.
A lost
Um,
love.
but he doesn't seem to be too ashamed of the fact that he was exiled. In fact, it seems as though he pities the other wizards for not even um, wanting to learn about chronomancy. But anyway, I have devised my own tower, similar blueprints to the hut in some sense. The hut was a way to prototype. I would
That's
call this entire place, he kind of gestures around him, the prototype. The tower is effectively what I would say is a more up-to-date model.
interesting. Oh,
It's a
Mm.
I'd
little bit
definitely like to
terrifying, I
visit.
don't mind telling you.
Well,
But
it is less confusing to navigate than the hut. That was a design choice of Baba Yaga's, I believe. Understanding the Tesseract is quite the chore. We almost laid out the brickwork as we was designing it.
Perhaps we'll
Putting the
visit one
tracks
day,
down,
Jared.
putting the tracks down in front of the train, so to speak, as the
right.
train was on it.
What's a
Well,
train?
It is a form of locomotive that works by burning coal and pressurizing the steam.
Ah, fair enough. Not something I've heard of.
Yeah, only being alive for 10 days, Eridonis, it puts you at a disadvantage in certain situations.
True, and I can't imagine one of these locomotives in the Feywild sounds far too destructive.
Maybe we should get going here. Like you said, time is of the essence. You never actually said that, but sure.
Yep.
Once you
Jared,
walk
what
through that
what
door,
happens to you at the end of the ritual?
That's kind
to
of what I
me,
was getting at.
I will
You
be
just go
there
back to your
watching.
tower? Either
Watching for the
way?
moment in which whatever happens, happen.
Mm, fair enough. You can't blame me for being curious. You're being awfully helpful
You
for
can roll
someone with no
another.
stake in the outcome.
You can roll another insight there, Dyer, as well.
Ooh,
I
see.
Yeah.
22. What's up?
It almost, just from the look on his face, it almost looks like he already knows what's going to happen. Even though he says he's interested in what's going to happen, like he's constantly saying that you guys are going to solve some sort of equation for him, but it almost feels like he kind of already knows it. It's just something about him that looks like he's almost letting you guys figure it out for yourselves, but he doesn't want to say. Like he has said a lot, but He's not saying one last thing that, and maybe the reason he isn't is because he knows it'll affect the outcome. That could be
Right.
another reason. But he's definitely holding back something. And he says, "You will come to know me better in time. For now, though, this hut, this place isn't all about me."
Well, suppose I can't blame you for being mysterious about it. But
Did
you
you
can't blame me
survive
for
the endeavor?
asking.
Feel free to accompany Heladus if you wish to find my tower. You should, and there you will discover more about my intentions, about my wants, my motivations.
All right. Well, if I
Yeah,
survive, I might just
definitely.
do that. No guarantees either way.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. But I feel pretty good about this one, guy. We know where we went wrong, and we just need to course correct. Simple. But
It's not. There's
Right.
no harm, no
Simple.
foul.
Yes.
There's always other apprentices.
wait, Harry, don't. There. Apprentices. What? I'm not your apprentice. You'd be lucky to have me as an apprentice.
I consider myself an apprentice of chronomancy still. It is that vast and that unknowable. We are all students when it comes to that school of magic. Forever learning.
Well, if you say so.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm
Yeah.
as ready to go as I'm ever going to
Right.
be.
Cambo, any update? He might have a question he wants to ask.
I asked him an ETA and I never got a reply. So,
Oh boy.
able
Maybe
at this
he's
point.
stuck. That's too bad.
Okay. Then I guess he can retcon if he's got something to ask. I don't know.
Mm.
I feel bad just leaving him without a chance.
If he wants to ask a question, I will allow him to do that later
Yep.
on.
Cool.
All
Alright.
right. As soon as you step out that door, you do
Same
feel a
shit.
tremor through the entire hut, and those who were detecting magic earlier will probably begin to see that ripples within the hut begin drawing in the power. And I guess, Hellas, if anything, you would just sense it without needing to see it. Now knowing that your power is in fact intrinsically tied to the Tesseract, or at least not your power, but the anomalies as a result of using your power.
Hate him. But
And that
good to
seems to,
get that
you almost
answer.
feel a draw, you almost feel a pull as well.
Right.
Adonis, I don't like what this Tesseract's doing to my gifts.
Well, the sooner we
just
get this sorted,
slap
the
in the
better.
face of my ancestors.
True. But before Herodanus opens this big door, because it needs to be dispelled, he is going to use a point of the seer on himself and cast guidance on himself.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that exactly what happened last iteration?
Nope.
Yeah, possible.
No.
All right, Grizz gets up in the front, ready.
Right.
Is okay. What do you want me to do? Try
Right.
and tackle her? Or, she's on the go, didn't she?
Yep. But if I can get within 30 feet, this. Actually, let's see if we can do this quick enough without her having a chance to react. So.
Well, there's another option here, Adonis. I can generally keep my spells pretty quiet. Should we enter as if we're just talking to her, and then I quickly, and subtly bestow you with a little bit of inner fire.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Right. Hopefully,
Oh.
Grizz, you shouldn't have to do anything for this if this goes as I'm hoping.
Don't say anything stupid, Grizz.
Well, the door's locked.
Yeah.
You can already see, as you say, don't do something stupid. He's actually already trying to push the door. He's like,
Right.
"Hey, stop."
Right.
And you
Eridanus
realize
will you
it is
cast
locked.
Dispel Magic on the door.
Okay. As soon as that happens, Grizz pushes the doors and heaves them open. And yeah,
Probably the fire
Agatha
elemental starts tripping out again.
immediately
Yeah.
spots you. Yeah, the fire elemental does begin to erupt and enlarge itself, striding forward
Oh
towards
god!
A.
We need to act rationally.
Right.
I say to it.
Good
Oh.
good day, Agatha. We're just
What? Stay back. That door was locked for a reason.
Oh,
Leave at once.
sorry, this fire elemental seemed to really want to get in here, so we
Yeah, I don't know what his
open the door.
problem is. If he just, don't worry about a damn thing and let him do what he's got to do, and I assure you, this time it won't be a problem for you.
What?
As
What is the
I'm
meaning of all this?
talking, as I'm talking to her, I'm going to use a sorcery point to spend one sorcery point. Chris will allow me to sub. I can't say this word. The silent B gets me
Subtly.
every. Thank you. Subtly cast my third level spell of haste on Eridonis. He's within 30 feet, so I should be able to do so.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will click haste, and
Right.
will be a third level. That makes it so that there's no material components. Well, there's material components, but there's no actual gestures or sounds being made by the
Yep.
sorcerer as I
Right.
cast it.
So
She pulls one hand away from the spell that she's clearly in the middle of ritually casting, and these chains suddenly sort of whip around in an ethereal like state. And with the other hand now, she's like pointing towards you, Eridanis, saying, that, not another step closer.
oh, really? But I wanted to give you a hug.
Yeah, roll a deception check.
At the same time, I'll be just talking to her like, last timeline, Agatha Gris, we know we had an encounter
Okay.
that didn't well for you, and you should probably not interrupt my friend here. Ember just blathers on to try to keep her attention.
She doesn't believe that you want to give her a hug, but she doesn't seem to see the truer
Yep.
meaning. Like there's another deception. She just thinks you're being funny, and
Okay.
making light of a situation.
Okay.
I don't know
And
what-
then he'll take her one more step closer because she hasn't.
Yeah, she rolls her eyes.
Heladis continues on. Agatha, do you know how difficult things were last time we met under these circumstances? It was quite dramatic. You could just simply allow the phoenix to be consumed by us here, and we'll be on our way.
Consumed? I don't think that's a good idea. This thing is dangerous. Baba Yaga locked it up so it doesn't go burning all these villages.
Bromwell needs their justice, right? Don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Justice? What about justice?
It is, though. You
Nothing that
see.
can be done for the lives lost.
But that's not entirely true. See, we've come from all the way underneath, below the hut, if you will. Cinders. We won't be denied, Agatha. That's the thing. This isn't like an offer. This is just a simple it's telling you how things are going to be. I've already seen it, Agatha. The timelines are changed.
Timelines? What do you want about?
The timelines, Agatha. You see, I'll step very gingerly to avoid stepping on the gold coins. We've come from you see, last time, Agatha, and installing trying to buy time for Adonis. Last time we met under these circumstances before Tarek brought us back. Of course, we had a big old confrontation. You cast your chain lightning. We incinerated you, and you became once again as you were, just basically a gnarly wig and some fingernails and a little bit of frost. I think the frost actually was the most disgusting of all three of those.
Silence! You will not speak of me like that.
But that's how it is. You're nothing but a golem, Agatha. You're just a creation. You need to understand this. That you're just.
Shut up! You don't know anything about me.
I know enough, and as he says that, he is going to activate the starry form of the Fey Queen,
Okay.
and then just sort of look at her.
I think
Can I
that will trigger
yeah.
initiative, and the fact
Okay.
that you are royally pissing her off.
Yep.
I'm gonna have her run a initiative.
Okay.
Can I do an insight check before we do initiative? Just
Yes.
I want to know if when Ember said that she was not real, how did she react to that? Does she know
She
that?
was
Or
fuming, and she said, in response, she said, "You know nothing of me." You can roll an insight check before
yeah,
we get
like
into combat.
is that just an insult or is he getting close to the truth? Ooh, no.
Okay.
Hmm.
26. She absolutely knows she's a simulacrum, and
Okay.
she has not really accepted the fact that she's basically being used in a weird way. She knows she'll never
Oh,
amount to anything better than Baba
oh
Yaga.
my
There is
God! It's
definitely a
the
sense of
Interesting.
spite in her voice.
oh. There's movies about this shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is. And
What?
Okay.
she
Wait, what?
she is
AI has its
hates the
own
fact
mind.
stuck here doing another ritual as chaining up this egg instead of having to be part of the coven that's creating this strange ritual. It's clear to you, very clear, that she is full of hatred, spite, and the way she tells Helodos to shut up and be silent when he's
Yeah.
goading her about this. She hates the fact that she's a simulacrum. Hates it. You can tell easily. And the fact that she said, "You know nothing about me," means that she does apparently have her own inhibitions and
And not the
ambitions.
fact, Agatha, I know everything about you, as I already explained to you. If you were listening, the last timeline, we discovered your true nature. We took you apart piece by piece.
Okay, Helodos is up first.
He probably just. I mean, he's not really under my control in this form. He's not the Phoenix, so
True,
I'd
Oh, he's
he's
a
imagine
not.
9-year-old. Never
he,
mind.
he
Sorry.
he acts on the DM's will, not my will.
In which case, he will start to approach the egg, and as it does, the gold begins to melt away, which is dangerously close to you, Hellas. But
I
I'll say it doesn't just melt immediately. But if the longer you stand there, the more you run the risk of, yeah,
contacting it. Okay.
exactly, yeah. As it gets towards the egg, I'll say same thing as last time. You see it slam its hands into the egg. Its cracking shell ruptures and begins spitting out fire from several vents, and it just begins to explode. And you already see the wings beginning to unravel one by one. I'm going to roll the Phoenix onto initiative as well. See
All
where
right.
that gets.
While we do this, I'm going to quickly take a bio. Be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Get the music going. Okay. All right. So it's not spawned fully yet, but you can tell it's about to erupt, and the wings are unfurling. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. I've rolled it onto initiative, and yeah, Helodos has broken the egg already. It's just melted away the shell. Now, after that, it is going to be Agatha straight after that. And she sees you about to enter into this form, but now Helodos coming right up to the egg is probably even more in her vision. That's way more important than whatever Aerodance is doing, I'm gonna say. So she's gonna try and defeat it, get rid of it. Let's see. Guess banish it. Yeah. We never did this last time. Screw it.
Oh God.
It's gonna banish Helodos. Not Helodos, but the elemental Helodos.
Yep.
Alright, anyway. See how it goes. Wisdom save. 17. Hmm.
That should make the save, right? Unless you cast
You
it
would think
really high level.
you would think that, but now you know why Agatha is so damn powerful.
Yep, she cast
And
it
why she
higher.
hasn't got a coven, why she's never been part of a coven. And you've asked this question before. You're like, wait, who's Agatha's coven? You didn't really click it. You asked the question, but you never found the answer, and so it kind of just fizzled. But she is a copy of Aviagra, and as such, her DC is actually incredibly high, and Helidus fails. I'm gonna get rid of that. Why did I roll a wisdom in the first place? Should have been charisma, which is even less. It's only +9. So
Would just because Helidus would be able, Ember would be able to, just to fill you in, Derek. She's just tried to banish Helidus. So
Okay.
would you be able to do your sorcery point thing on that to boost their save because they failed the save?
I didn't see what the number was.
They got a 16 on the dice. 16
Yeah,
overall.
it'd be 16 total.
That definitely seems worth spending a couple sorcery points to bend luck on that. So I will do that. Yeah, I'll bend luck and see if I can make that 16 a bit better. Not having known that they had failed, like that is definitely something I would have done. Scout's
Yeah.
honor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll make it a 19,
A 19.
and I'll spend 2 sorcery points on my reaction to bend luck on that.
Yeah, I would have said that you would have done that myself, but I
Oh, you
didn't
know what
want
I've done? Wrong token.
I don't want to play 3 characters.
Oh, God. 1 second.
I wonder how she got a bit of her own
Okay, 19.
conscience.
Did
Yeah.
you say 19?
Yes.
That is still a fail.
Okay. See you later, fire elemental.
Yep. Great, sorry. Okay. That is her action to do that. And as a result, you do see the chains whip and flail away, like the ritual she was concentrating on
Yep.
is undoing itself. I'm not going to say it completely vanishes, but you do see the chains retract.
Yep.
They shrink back away. Whee! Okay, there we go. That's it for her action. I think she's just going to stay right there, though. Where's Grizz? How far away is he?
Quite far. Not enough to get in range unless.
Okay, she's just going to back away a bit,
Okay.
noticing you're just about to do something there, Eridanos.
Yeah.
And what is it you do?
Right. So, would I have activated the story form before initiative, or would that be part of the initiative? Just to.
I'm going to say that was triggering initiative. So
Okay.
you were about to do it.
Yeah. So that was my bonus action for this turn. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's a bonus action for me to assume that. Yep.
I believe it is.
So then, with my hasted speed.
Getting right around to her.
Yep.
She's still standing on a pile of coins.
Yep, I don't need to get any close to her.
Okay.
Because I'm obviously in my Fey Queen form, and I gave myself some boosts, so let's cast Dispel Magic at 4th level, because I want to save my 3rd level slots.
Okay. It is going to be a roll of the dice.
Yep.
We'll use Tides of Chaos to give him advantage or her disadvantage, whichever it is on this roll.
Oh, okay.
Right.
There is no roll for her, but you
roll
can
for
give
me.
Eridanos advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll use Tides of Chaos to do so. That doesn't require a reaction. That's just
No holding back. Eridanos, I want you to describe to me how you dispel the simulacrum of the Bone Mother.
Yeah. So, she's made of snow. This is going to be fun. So, Eridanus, being a Warped Nazi, is just going to sort of reach towards her, and I imagine like a tendril of water almost shoots out and like hits into her, and then just begins to slowly unravel her, turning her into water at his control. Like you can just see the snow turning to water.
That's brilliant.
And then he just he has his hands together and then just pulls them apart, and she just disappears into a puddle.
No, I'm melting. No, melting.
see ya, Dorothy. You're
Yeah.
not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, and Eridanus is just like, and now you're free from being a mere simulacrum, return from whence you came.
Oh wow, her voice
But
is like beginning to droop and warp,
it's
and
so
she's like,
much easier when you know what to do.
Yeah.
I
The
had
the
plans. Could have done so much more. She like starts gargling
maybe
and
in another
drowning.
time. The thing is,
Nice, James.
the thing is, Chris, the reason I had the setup is because you said Simulacrum was a 7th level spell. With
Yeah.
guidance on and the seer on, that's a 2d4 on top of my
Can't fail
wisdom
it.
roll. Yeah, I literally couldn't fail regardless
And you
because
just
my
went
minimum was a 10. And I
and you had to go and
20.
James,
overkill
there
it.
might be something else at play that we don't know about, right?
Yeah, but that was sort of the roles. It was just like I want to end this bit without us expending a ton of resources.
And I love the way you described it as well. You can take inspiration for that little
Yay!
stunt.
Good job.
Well done.
Nice. That just
Agatha
saved us a ton of
melts away.
resources.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is
as this is
exact.
happening, like Daya pokes her head into the room and, hey, have we tried converting her to? Oh, okay, no,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
all
You
I
right.
wouldn't
did
have
try
thought to
converting
do.
her to a puddle.
You really answered the right asked the right questions of Terry. Like, why did she just turn into snow? And no one would go into a fight and cast a spell magic on someone thinking it would one shot them. But
Yep.
this is exactly how this fight has gone. You strip away that illusion, she melts away, reverting back into water, just a puddle on the floor.
Yep.
That hair kind of it's all matted and knotted and just sort of sinking under the floor of the ice is
And
completely
as
melted.
that would obviously break her concentration.
Yes, it would, which means Heladus is back in the game,
But the Phoenix is still on the
which is good.
initiative.
Because
Welcome
had
back.
she, yeah,
You
had she
can't
lost concentrated on that for a minute, then no more Heladus.
you can't cast. It has to be an attack or a dash, basically, for using a with the hasted action. Sorry, that was what stumbled in words then, doesn't it? So
In the meantime,
yep,
you've got this egg that has been in the process of hatching, and you still got
yep.
one final thing to do. But that eliminates the hard part about this fight. It's now Bria's. It's gonna run forward and
Use your
right.
javelin, Chris!
Javelin, yeah. And he's gonna throw it with the encore javelin. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, cool. And it sort of drills through, coming out the other side, and you can see the encore javelin is like red hot. And that's it. It's gonna be his go.
Yeah, Daya pokes her head into the room and figures out what's going on, and let's just throw a short bow
Okay.
at the Phoenix. Oops, I didn't target. Whatever.
It's okay. That is a hit.
29.
Damage, 11 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, the
Yep.
cracked shell parts even further, and at this point, the Phoenix is in full wingspan right now, ready to take off. And it is Tanner's go. Unless you want to do anything else, Dan? Die? Or is that?
I can do 2 shots.
Yeah, you can.
I
Yeah,
suppose you get 2 attacks, so I will do
yeah,
another
sorry.
attack.
3 can't because
Just because
it's a
might as
javelin.
well.
All right. There's another hit.
Nice.
Ooh, lucky, 2 lucky shots.
Pew pew.
But I will stay in the corner, just trying to keep out of the way.
No problem. Okay. To even feel the intense heat, even back here. I mean, you are in the lava room, so
Yeah,
probably that
but
as well.
she's like crouching down, like trying
Mhm.
to stay out of the fight.
Tanner's
It's not
up.
something she can punch.
Likewise, not wanting to get cursed again, he's going to quickly whip out the spectral javelin and toss that its way as well.
I'm on javelin.
Same as before, we're weakening it so that Heladus can rekindle. Yes.
I think we just killed it last time, and then things. I couldn't
No,
remember.
no,
We
there was some
went
roll-offs basically.
uh,
Like he was trying to
a second set
rekindle.
of roll-offs. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well, we'll weaken it for you at the very least. All right,
Sure.
Derek, you're up.
I'm gonna have to cast a spell here then, just for the sole purpose of getting my Tides of Chaos back. If I need to make some rolls. First of all, I'm gonna back up from the magma-like oozing gold here.
Yeah.
We'll use 15 feet of movement there to get over there. Kind of sitting behind by this staglamite, I don't know which one's which. And what spell am I going to cast for no friggin' reason? No reason to make it a strong one. I will cast. Oh, do I not have mage armor on? I should have mage armor on
You
because I
should
got
have
3 or
it.
4.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on.
Yeah.
I will cast. Blah, blah, blah. Can't cast any concentration because then I lose my haste concentration. I have no friggin' spells to just. I'll cast Burning Hands at the darkness. Just,
At the
uh,
Phoenix.
uh,
I mean, yeah, you can
I
do.
don't know. Just to
You could burning hands the gold to try to melt a path through, I guess.
sure, we'll do that. I'll melt some gold. First level spell slot, Burning Hands. Place measure template, sure. How do I rotate it?
You hold down Control and then scroll wheel.
Nice. So like that. I guess I could hit the Phoenix and my Fire Elemental. Why not? Yeah, because I can damage fire immune creatures. Let's do that. I will use Burning Hands, and I'll make a
Okay.
dex save for them.
Nat
Ellis
20.
is ready for it.
And I'll
And
roll a 1d100, trigger my
that's
nonsense.
right.
And it's a you glow with bright. Oh, it says bright light when any creature that enters turn within 5 feet of you is blinded to the end of its next turn. 60 seconds of that. So I look like Dawn for 60 seconds. That might be helpful. I don't know.
Do health real quick. And they are. And yeah, did you say Grizz and Tanner are going to be blinded?
Only if they
End of
end their
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
They have to move. I will also actually. How much sorcery points do I have? 3. I have enough to do what I need to. Okay, that's good. I won't use a bonus action. I won't use spell slot. I'm done.
All right. Finally, at the start of the new round, the Phoenix is flapping its wings and is about to take off. And guess before it does, Elvis is there. And it screeches at top of its lungs, which shakes and reverberates in this large cave. You can see the stalactites and stalagmites shaking from the sheer sound. And we're going to have Phoenix begin. Yeah, if it rekindles with this, the Phoenix wins this time round. Yeah, you know what? Let's see what this timeline holds. Phoenix
Shit.
is going to do a contested
Okay.
wisdom. It's basically a 50-50.
I'm going
So
to use a point of my Cosmic Omen to minus a d6 off of the Phoenix's roll.
okay, all right, cool. Do that.
So,
Wisdom.
let's see what
Save.
d6 says. Take that 6.
What are we
Wow.
doing
Okay.
here, Chris?
And we're gonna have Heladus roll the wisdom save as well.
Basically, it's a contested thing to see which of them
Contested
absorbs the
saving
other.
throw. Okay. To save, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
With my negative, they
That
succeed.
that does succeed. Yeah. Okay. So the first in this battle of wits goes to Heladus, as you see the phoenix rise up, wrap its wings around him, and you see suddenly his muscular form bust out of them as if
Push.
chains. Yeah. Okay. Which means I liked doing this last time, so I'll do it again.
Yeah,
Phoenix
sure.
kind of shrinks down there, and Heladus enlarges as some of that fire is siphoned off of it towards him. There we go. And
Ember is once again reciting all these like Go Bromwell inspirational leader. It's very similar to the previous timeline.
well,
It worked
okay.
last time, so he's gonna try it again.
Let's see. Ooh, sensing this, I think the Phoenix is going to try and back it up. So, what is the token? That's its go, by the way. It's just going to fly up into the air. I think it does provoke an opportunity attack
It
from
does
Helios.
not. It should have
Oh yeah, flyby. Yeah, never mind.
yeah.
Cool. All right then. So it'll be back to Helios' go.
So how does he continue this attempt to? I don't remember how the rules of this worked, Chris. Last time we did it, does he
I think
have
he
a way
basically
of?
just has to touch it and then basically try to absorb it. So it's just
Yep.
then it's just a wisdom contested thing.
Okay.
That's right.
So how high did the Phoenix fly up?
60 feet.
60. Yeah, he can't get up there in any way. He will target it with a pyro lance, which probably won't damage it, but that's what he would do because he wants to fuck it up.
All right.
So it's a 19 hit for 12 points of damage. Does he have multi-attack? Action: send forth the hand of flame. Oh right, because he's got these hands.
Yeah.
I will use the. I already did it. Never mind. We're cool. We're cool.
Okay. All right. You see the lance fly
And
up
he'll move
towards the.
underneath it as well with his trying
Okay.
to at least maintain some form of proximity, even if land's stuck on land.
So as the lance flies up towards the ceiling, you see the Phoenix not even attempting to dodge. It just drinks in the flame of the lance and just fuels its wing beats for a second, which I guess scorch and char the tips of the stalactites hanging from the ceiling. And that's going to be it. Agatha Grisicums is no more, so Eridanus, you're up.
Right. So Eridanus is going to use his super speed that he has for a limited time. Sort of move round, getting sort of position, and he is going to tidal wave, specifically the Phoenix. Yeah. So just gonna try.
Can you hit it from down there? What's the range in it?
120 feet,
Okay, yes, you can. No problem.
but it makes the save, so it's not
You can
prone.
you can create it in the air. That's cool.
Yeah, it just
The
says.
water just comes crashing out of the sky.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't have any way because wait,
You haven't got any more Cosmic Omen.
I've got Cosmic Omen, but I have to declare that before they roll, so I can't do that.
Right.
But
Okay.
they succeed, but they still take some damage as a tidal wave hits them.
Yeah. God damn, out of nowhere, a huge torrent of water slams into the side of the Phoenix, which I guess afterwards as well probably knocks a few of the stalactites down, and they come crashing down around it.
And then Eridanus will just back off a little bit because he actually, what's he gonna do for his second action? Because he's obviously got that he can attack. Do I even have anything to attack with? That's a good question. Nope. He's just gonna go. He's just gonna dash for his second action and just sort of move over here. Might as well just use it, just like whee.
Okay.
And
Do that.
just
Let's make me a deck save real quick as well.
Sure.
just as a sheer
Yes,
hell of airs, Eridanus runs.
The
It's
elemental.
just like, hey, you're all washed up. Trying to bespoke the fiend, provoke the
One
Phoenix.
thing about elementals is that they are extremely they get fucked up by water badly.
Yeah.
There's like a property I think on them. It's like for every 5 feet of water, they lose 1 health or something like that. So this might literally destroy him. We'll see what happens. A dex save, anyways. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Dex save. This might literally destroy Helidus. Could be really bad. It'd be hilarious. Alternate timelines, people.
Yeah. What did you get there?
With 9.
No, that's fail. He takes 4d10 bludgeoning damage as all the stalactites around that ceiling area fall down and collapse onto him.
Ouch. Oh, because the water didn't hit him. Okay, good. That's
Yeah, I'm
No, the
guessing it
water
got
is
evaporated by the.
water dissipates immediately, but it did. Oops, I think I
my
did
bad.
another
My bad.
15.
Sorry, Chris.
It's alright, I'll do it back. Yeah, it does loosen up the ceiling and it just collapses and rubble is strewn around the room.
The creature doesn't even react. His singular focus, it seems, on the phoenix.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It looked like most of it was battered away from the tidal wave. All right, that's anything else, you're done? Are you good?
I can't think of anything else I could do at the
Okay.
moment. I'm just gonna. Actually, no, I've still got those up, so I'm just gonna keep them up just in case I need them.
All right, it is Grizz's go. He could get into position and throw another javelin up there, or rather pull back.
Yeah, so he'd have
The
to
arrow
use
and
his
then do it
bonus action and then.
Yeah, fortunately, this creature it just doesn't work on purely because it
No.
doesn't have a physical form.
Yep.
So as he pulls back the arrow, it comes actually from the floor. He grabs it out of the air and then throws it back. Let's see.
Nope.
Ooh, misses, I'm afraid. And I guess it just sort of dents into the ceiling again. Oh, whoops, sorry.
This is alternate Grizz. I'm just actually considering what else he can do.
It doesn't have the teleport.
Yeah. And I'm guessing he can't use the ice one to go into the air.
Alright, I'm afraid not.
I suppose he. Yeah, that is something he could do on his next
Not
turn.
much else, I think.
He could use his action to bring out the feather token whip. Which I actually
Wait.
don't remember him having. I can't remember how
No,
he
I
got
think
that. That might be one of the alternate reality
that
items.
was the other one. Thank you. We solved the mystery. We were trying to figure out earlier what the copied items were. I think that was it. So, yeah, I'm going to delete that. There we go. Cool. All right, then. In that case, Die, you're up.
Okay. But still, she's content to leave this fight to the magic users, and she's gonna just fire 2 shotbow bolts at, or sorry, not shotbow, shortbow bolts at the phoenix,
Okay.
just to try and weaken it a little bit.
Oh, wow, you got a crit.
Ooh.
Okay, with that
For
crit,
my-
you do see the wings suddenly get like torn apart as they try to struggle to reform. They're almost out of sync. The phoenix is looking a little bit weary and damaged from this assault. So good job.
Hey,
It's
you
basically
got this,
bloody.
guys, right? You've got this.
Yep.
Yeah, die just like last time. We'll take care of this.
Cool. And she gives them a thumbs up and crouches down again.
All
We
right,
should get here in no time flat, die.
indeed, doesn't stand a chance.
It's all
Keep
business
throwing
forever.
javelins, and there's another one, and another one.
That's a
Cool.
13 on the dice.
Oh, no, it's a 4 on the dice.
No, the second one.
Oh, the second one. You just crit. Awesome. Well, there you go. Finally,
Cando!
we crit with the Triskaideka quiver. Finally.
Oh, he
And
wasn't even
back
here for
down.
it. There you go.
Sweet. Yeah, well done. Well remembered.
Yeah,
All right.
I always
Phoenix
have to check with these
injured.
weird weapons like that. It's just like, did it?
Okay. It's Heladus' turn.
Amber looking very just kind of bored and oh my god, this shit again is going to cast suggestion on the creature and speaking in Ignan will say, come on down, come talk to my furry friend here. You're wasting my time. I've already been through this once already. You know, he can't hurt you anyways. He's got nothing but fire. You know, just come have a conversation. Come on down from up there, and I'll cast suggestion.
Okay. Wisdom
Setting a
save you.
level 2 spell slot. Here we go. You're already concentrating. I will end my concentration. Sorry, Eridonis. You're going to
Yep,
be
that's
a
fine.
little woozy on this.
That's fine. I wasn't planning to do really
Okay.
anything on my turn anyway.
All right, I'm gonna roll.
I will.
19. If you want to tie the chaos, or bend luck.
It's like a 25% chance. It's not great. Man, why does that spell never fucking work? Everything's so
It has
wise in this. You
plus
know what?
10.
A couple sorcery points. No, I'm gonna save my for any of Helidus's. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna save my reaction. I'm gonna save my reaction.
I rolled low. That's the thing. It
Yeah,
has
he's got
plus
so
10
much
of
wisdom. Yeah.
Trying to, I guess, subvert the will of a fiery, passionate phoenix, one that has called itself rage and destruction. Yeah, that's tricky. Real tricky.
Indeed. Tricky indeed. All right, cool. No problem.
Okay. Yeah, it just roars in defiance. And the
Umber just
flames,
shakes his head like, "Come on, fuck's sakes."
flames of its beak just shoot out in a jet, as if it just spits
Yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah. You're so defiant. You're so strong-willed. Blah 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 blah.
Okay, it's going, and I think it's gonna fuck there
Now
down.
where you going? Oh, for Pete's sake.
Okay, let me just get this. 45 to there, 60 down. Actually, it doesn't have to go all the way down, just 5 feet. So that's 40, 85 of its movement to get down to you, Eridanus.
Yep.
And it immediately strikes with its fiery talons.
Yep. I can't do anything to defend because I'm lethargic.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
haste
it's not.
dropping.
Oh, that's going to be nasty. And 2 attacks on. And then seeing that you're easy prey, it will try to pierce its beak into you.
Yep.
16. And, yep, you're flammable. You ignite. So, let me just check. Extra D10 is in the equation, I think. So,
Yep.
next turn, or rather, at the start of your turn, you've taken the damage already. So, okay, and after that, it will fly back up about 20 feet. 20. Hold on, let me check. I can go up another 30. Cool. All right. And did you want to make a reaction or anything?
I don't think I can whilst I'm lethargic, can I?
You're not stunned. You just don't have actions next turn.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, then. That is it. Let's just go.
I will have Helidus. Hey, big guy. You know what? I guess we're gonna have to do a little bit more to help you out. We'll need to work together here, and I will have it hold its move 20, 25, 30. If I will have it hold its action so that if it gets into melee range with the Phoenix, it will attempt to rekindle.
Cool. Eridanus, you're losing this game?
Yep.
Grizz. Looking pretty weak now. Do we keep?
Yeah, you can kill it, Grizz. It doesn't really matter. I don't think it'll just rebirth anyways. I'm not sure.
Nah.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
This
you can't
Phoenix.
really kill a Phoenix, can you? Okay.
I don't think so.
Oops, it's too far away now. He's having trouble hitting javelin at this range. Okay, die.
Seeing that Eridanus is getting attacked, she's going to run over and get right in the way, like stand over Eridanus in a kind of protection mode. And let's take a swing at the Phoenix with my 10-foot sickle to see if I can
It is
still.
still 35 in the air.
Oh, it's still in the air? Okay.
Yeah, it flew straight back up.
All right. In that case, hurt bow it is. I'm just physically blocking him with my body, with his body as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want to attack me. I want to attack him. All right, let's try that again.
Wow, another crit. Well,
Oof.
There you go.
damn. And we'll say the first one technically was a hit as well. 18?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Plus to dex. So if you want to roll damage, just roll 1d6 plus 6.
1d6 plus 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 6.
Ooh,
12. Another
Ah,
12.
Sarah Jane, the
As
executioner,
much
man.
damage
Don't
as
fuck
the
with
crit.
Daya.
oh, God. Yeah,
And
as
I'll
much
yell and
damage
go,
as
that's
the crit.
enough. Enough.
Oh,
Down, boy.
Get down here.
the phoenix kind of
Tired
gets
of
hit
this
in one
fooling
wing,
around.
and then again in the other, and probably in the same wing, and it almost goes into a spiral descent, but it catches itself with some intermittent beats of its wings. It's looking rough. Kind of. He's got more quivers. Quiver. Yeah, sorry. Javelins for days. No, he's used 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. This is 6.
16. I can't remember the Phoenix's AC was 17. That's right. Yeah.
And
Nice.
he's got. Don't forget the last javelin, by the way. The 13th javelin does extra damage. I don't think he's ever used it. But as long as he keeps on throwing these at enemies, eventually the last one is a nice big punch. But that's a miss on the first and strike on the second. Phoenix is maybe going down next round. We'll see. Eladus.
I will shake my head and fuck's sakes. I will cast Fly on Helidus.
Nice. Phoenix go. Damn, doesn't want to. Not gonna fuck with that. Come on.
I will actually attributes. I will also spend a bonus action, eat a first level spell slot to restore 1 sorcery point.
Okay. At this point, fight or flight kicks in, I think. It definitely doesn't think it can survive another round here. So I know exactly what it's gonna do. Chasing.
Yeah.
It's
Back
flying
into the
down to
lava.
about 5 feet off the ground.
Nope, into the
And
friggin' lava, just like last time. Oh no.
nope, you left the door open.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's immediately gonna go. Where can it go? 70, 80. It could dash. Oh man, yeah.
See ya.
So
Shit, Grace,
34.
this is your fault. You left the door open, Grace.
The phoenix can fly through a space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing. Any creature that touches the phoenix or hits it. Wow, okay, yeah, cool. So you see this phoenix as it's fast approaching the door at the far end of the corridor. It's no way
Lord.
gonna fit. And then suddenly its form shrinks down as the flames hit the side of the wall. They just sort of erupt and curl around, and you already see the phoenix unfurling its wings on the other side, still in flight. Nothing slowed it down. And it's in the minions' quarters, probably setting the floorboards ablaze, the carpets, the tents, everything, as it's just on the move now, as it's going to take its action to dash. There's screams of terror and pain as this thing is probably spending like 10 minutes.
We're not catching that, are we?
You might. You got some ways to catch it. That's
I
its
don't.
movement, though, so it's back to Helidus.
So
Fuck!
fly is 60-foot flight speed, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
just. Let me read the spell. I think it just
It-
makes it so you can fly. Well, Helidus would instinctively dash after it. Yeah, you're right. 60 feet for the duration. So he moves 120 feet, and he's got the same property where he can shrink down. what's it called? Fire form. Heldus can move through space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing. Any creature that touches Heldus, blah 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 blah. So
Wait,
Chris, I'm gonna say he just
wait.
in the Phoenix's direction goes after it,
Okay.
dashing and
I'm just thinking actually.
flying fire elemental.
Hell, Eridanis is gonna, before it starts jetting off, is gonna call out in Ignan. Use this door instead to try to get it to go that way. I left it. Where were I meant to put a plate?
Yes, we can do that. It replies.
Okay. Which one?
The top door, because then
one.
that
Okay.
should then come out through this door here, which is
Very
actually
nice,
a shorter
James.
distance.
And the stupid ass 4 intelligence Phoenix wouldn't know that. That's great,
Well,
James.
84 to there.
Good ball, dude.
So it goes 84 there. Comes out here. And then it's still got
40
it's
feet.
6 yeah. So we can get there, which gives it a much better bead on the Phoenix. As you see, it is flying. It's already flown the entire length of the minion's quarters and is about to go into a downward spiral through the stairs.
But it moves literally twice as fast, though. It's never. Oh,
Mhm.
man. Jeez. Okay.
Okay. It is Eridanis' go.
Shoot it at us! We gotta get it!
I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can do at this point.
Can we intercept it where? Because it's in a maddened state, right? Maybe we can intercept it on its endpoint if we can figure out which hole it's
So
in. It's like Final Fantasy VII with the Kate Sith.
So it's
little
going
holes
down
everywhere.
this staircase, right?
That's right.
Where does that staircase end up?
We didn't fucking mark it. Oh my god. I don't remember.
I'm trying.
This one here. That went to the kitchen, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm just
Everything
trying to
seems-
think if there's a quick way down there.
Man, we even came up that staircase once. Oh man,
Yeah,
come on,
we
Derek.
have nothing.
Think. Oh, it wasn't the kitchen. Was it underneath the kitchen, James? The
Freezer room,
the freezer.
maybe.
Came up that. It would make sense, right? Because it's the minions' quarters, so they would need access to the kitchen, to and from. I don't
Which
know.
case,
It wasn't the menagerie. I know that.
Herodonis is gonna go weird. Actually, no, wait. I'm trying to remember. In the other timeline, was this door also magically locked? Because I remember it
Yes,
opening.
it was. It was.
Yes.
I do remember it being locked.
Yeah.
They all were.
Yeah.
She had sequestered herself in this room.
She actually said the word though.
Yes. Bandersnatch? Banderhop?
Oh, as you say that, Eridanis, the door magically unlocks.
Ooh.
Yes, remembering
job.
the word.
James,
was
buddy.
Band-
Damn it, I could have
Right.
remembered that for this door and not used the spell.
Oh.
Alright, Eridanis is going to dash
Okay.
over to this door and push it open.
Okay.
He's going to
Sorry
try to
about
head it
that.
off at the pass.
It's so funny. You're angry yourself more than yeah.
Eridanis is just like, he's like, damn it, that door's locked and I don't want to waste a spell. Wait a minute. And then
It's
I'm
just like that. Damn it moment. Okay.
Everybody, split up. It's weekend. Kill it if you can. Let's all meet in the kitchen after. Use the earrings.
Yeah, would Eridanis be able
Yeah.
to open this door? Yeah, so
Yes, you can.
It's just
No
like
problems.
that's as far as he can get. So
Okay.
for hit, which I think was him dashing to get there. It's annoying. I really want to do something, but I don't have the time or the resources to do it, which is unless actually, what was the other thing I took? So I'm just checking. No, I took extended. What did I take extended?
You okay?
Yeah. So I was just questioning why. What I. Right. Just as a quick thing, whilst Eridanus is here, the water that was Agatha, is that still just sort of sitting there on the surface as a pool, maybe mixed in with some gold? Or is it like seeped through cracks and stuff?
Yeah, there are cracks in the ground. You can see there's
Damn.
basically right here. Most of the gold would like
Damn.
leaked down, but there's still some if you want.
I was hoping to use shape water to keep some of the Agatha juice. I wanted to use.
There is some. There's like a puddle there, but it's evaporating very quickly.
But I don't have enough movement or actions this turn. Right.
All right, that's Grizz's then.
Yeah, Grizz. Grizz, go through the door at the top. It's closer.
Running. He's gonna make a running jump. What's his strength? Yeah, 18. Let's do it. He just leaps over the lava here. Whoa! And then sprints through. So he's going 45 to there. Opens the door. And move it around. Sees the phoenix from that angle, and he's going to immediately sprint for it. So
Yeah, go get it, Chris! Don't forget, kitchen!
You can get another 35. He actually catches up to the flying elemental. I'm covered. Excuse me, sorry. He does see there's a flaming like a flaming bear rug beneath him, which is a little bit concerning for him. And there's also a flaming tent ahead of him. It is Daya's go.
Yep. Daya is going to move 50 feet.
Ow, ow, ow. Bruce gets like a little bit burnt actually by the rug.
Do we remember where this staircase led here? Because this was like the one that was like a hidden passage, right? I'm just trying to remember where everything went.
And another 50 feet gets me here. Okay. And using Step of the Wind, get another 50 feet. So getting fully into the minions' quarters there.
Yeah, you'd get right up next to Grizz.
Yep.
150 feet, and you too see the phoenix.
150 feet, yeah.
And he's just at the top of the steps, about to go down. It's only 5 feet above the ground as well. I think I would like you to make just a quick deck save because there is a flaming bear rug, but it's pretty easy to avoid. Yeah, I'm going to say with that.
I could probably just jump over it. Like, whoop,
yeah, I was
like a hurdle.
with that. You easily jump over it. Grizz accidentally trod on it. He only got an 8. Yeah, you did get a bit singed, but not majorly. Tanner will. Do you want Tanner to follow? Or do you want to go with you, Eridanus?
Ember would probably yell out, keep me safe!
Yeah, he'd probably stay with Helidus. It's what he does.
Okay, good. I'm with you. He's going to dash whenever you do.
We'll go north, Tanner. We'll see what we can intercept them. I'm going to make a beeline dash, 60 feet of movement up towards this door.
Yep. Okay. So
I'll yell one last time.
Oh, you cut out a bit from the noise suppression kicking in because you peeked.
Remember your kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen, right? Okay. Well, you actually get through the door and you see a straight line all the way to the flaming phoenix there.
But no more action economy. Okay.
No, exactly.
So it looks like it's going down that staircase. All right. So
It is.
I'm gonna have to go a different direction to try to intercept it. Okay. Cool.
It is on the move. Okay. I know where it is for now. So you guys, where do you go?
No idea.
Ellis is flying after, so this is where I guess reveals where it actually goes. Ellis flies down the staircase and straight into the menagerie.
Oh, it is the menagerie we came from. Shit, I had it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might not be going the right way then.
And Eridanus.
Oh, Eridanus. I'm just trying to remember where some of these other staircases lead, and if any of them get me any closer to the menagerie. Is the wine cellar near the menagerie?
There was a trap door. Remember James in the menagerie that the 3 Ravenkin used? Maybe that trap door. I think it led to because they would get food right to feed all the beasts. Those little
Yeah.
Raven dudes. Maybe that could be an option. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I just don't know where that trap
It says
door...
minion quarter here, James.
Yeah, but that's just, I think, this door.
Yeah.
So...
Dusty room, library, freezer. I'm not sure the freezer. Maybe.
So... I think...
What's that staircase, James? Do you remember? Do you know?
No, that's
Run
the
down?
thing. I remember... Eridanus... You know what? Shits and giggles.
That's one way to find out. Yeah.
Yep, Eridanus is gonna just sort of try to lean over and poke his head down here and see what he can see.
Yeah, we can't forget after we're done this nonsense that we have to go to get this treasure.
Yeah.
Okay, well remembered.
Yeah.
Eridanus, you want to go down here? This actually leads to the same level, but in a
Okay,
different room. So
that's
you
fine.
wanna-
I can't quite get down the stairs this turn. I'm out of movement to get there.
Okay. You
But
can make a jump and take some bludgeoning damage if you let yourself roll and ragdoll down. But
no.
no, I'm only joking. Riz is up. He's going to also take that sprint 50 to get to the steps. And
As
then...
fast as you can, Grizz! Run!
Oh, God! He's also going to have to make another dex save because there is a flaming tent in the way. Oh, God! Just barrels through it, probably.
Does this phoenix maybe leave a
it-
trace of fire in its wake that we could maybe follow?
It
We can
does
just
leave a
follow it.
trail of fire because the things that are flammable are on fire. And
Okay.
every time he steps through it, oh, God, he gets burned a little bit. All right, Chaperon. Okay, it does. It's same for you as well.
Yep.
You can make a dex save to try and slide through the tent or jump over a wall, run around. I don't know what you want to do.
14. I'm just gonna
14?
run. Yeah.
Okay. I was looking for a 15, so I'll so you do take
Oh no!
1 d10, but you got evasion, right? So you only take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah,
Big.
that's fine. That's fine.
Pickle,
Whatever.
pickle.
I'll yeah, pat it with my arm as I'm running. But I can get right to here with.
Sarah Jane, can you outrun it if you step of the wind?
I can move 150 feet if I step in the wind.
Yeah, it can only go 120, so you should be able to catch it.
It can dash
But-
too.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
but
it
also
moves
if it, but also if
240.
I
Oh yeah.
if I step in the
Fuck.
wind and I use my movement to dash, then I don't have any actions left to actually shoot at it.
Got it.
So
yeah.
all I can do is follow it until
In
it gets caught.
perpetuity, yeah, understood.
Pretty much, yeah.
Your
Who's
bet-
got the
Okay.
whisper feathers?
know.
Me and
Right.
Tanner, I think. That's
yeah,
stupid.
our best bet is
it-
probably to try to lure it to a location and intercept it.
So we'll say it's 50 feet to get to the stairs for you, then die, and then
Yeah.
you'll have 100 feet on the other map.
Okay. Yeah.
And Helidus.
And you'll have to move into the other map because.
You know what, Tanner?
You
We're
okay?
not going to keep up with them. Let's try something different. I
What
don't know where this goes, but
what about
stay
these
with me.
stairs?
Exactly what I'm going to say, Tanner. Let's go down these stairs, Tanner, and make sure that keep me safe. Who knows where it goes? And we'll run down these staircase in a wild goose chase.
These stairs go up, but yeah, you can go in them anyway. And you end up on
Whichever direction they go, we're going to run down there because everyone else is going in different directions. So I'm not going to
Yeah.
go the same direction when I know I can't keep up to Daya.
Yeah.
And Tanner's in
Yeah.
heavy armor. He's not keeping up to anybody.
Okay, so we're going to start with Menagerie Group. We'll bring you to that map first.
What a headache.
And then
God damn it.
you-
Alternate timelines suck.
I mean,
Okay.
they were great, but apparently the one thing we did differently, we forgot to close the
Forgot to
door.
close the fucking door.
I think, yeah, it also went the other way, didn't it, last time?
Yeah, it went into the lava last time.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought wrong.
I like to switch things up and make it even more
Oh
keep
man,
you on your toes. The
I'm
Phoenix
on my toes.
is
This
at
is
this
bad.
point. The Phoenix is at this point probably going in a random direction. So I'm just gonna literally roll for it. It has south or north. Yeah, it's only two directions, right? Yeah, it's just come down the stairs. So up or down. Actually, it could go up and then up again or left. So there's three. So down is one, left is two, up is three. And I'll roll a d3. One, it's going down, which means it squeezes straight through that door. Ends up. Where is it going? 11? Oh no. Well, rest in peace, Lakelands, because
Oh
that's
god,
an
it's
entire
gone for the
ward.
lake.
Yep,
Oh man.
that was the worst place a Phoenix could go.
Maybe the
It
ladies will allure it though. Maybe they'll bring it to the. Oh,
Maybe
he's got too much wisdom.
well, they might try to defend themselves, so that might bring it
good
down.
good news for you is there is absolutely a obvious trail where this Phoenix went. As you turn around and you can see the smoke of an entire burning forest just below you.
God,
So
Phoenix on the loose.
I will grab you guys again and
Hmm.
slap you down there. At this point, we know you can't catch it, but you may be able to intercept it. So, what do you guys do before I just have you run around in the land of the lake? Where would you like to go? You're in the menagerie at the bottom of the stairs, and you've got 100 feet. You could go a different direction if you wanted, try and like intercept it. But do you remember which way is which? This is a real test of your
I
knowledge
knew
of the
Chris was
heart.
gonna do us like this.
So
Do I remember which day is which? Absolutely not. Nope, I don't remember.
so
Uh,
the menagerie's down here. There. So
Menagerie's down there.
so whereabouts have they come out? Where are the stairs they came
Lakeland
out?
up here. That's the
The Phoen-
Lakeland.
yeah, the Phoenix went down through the bottom door, right at the bottom of the stairs there, and
Yeah.
you can see it. Technically, you can see it, which is
Yeah.
he's basically made it to the middle of the lakeland.
But just as a clarification, they came down. Where are the actual stairs they came down?
Oh, they're on top of it. Sorry, you can't see it.
Oh, okay, so they're there. And the
Yeah,
Phoenix went down.
and Helidus went off the map. Oh,
Okay.
It's gonna head towards the
Jesus.
bathhouse, guys. Maybe you can intercept it through the kitchen, through the
Through the
our own personal
bathhouse?
chambers.
I mean, if there is a door here, just looking at the map, then you could maybe intercept it if you can get to the room with the weird, like, giant diamond pattern, maybe. But I don't know if the path comes.
You can through the menagerie to the astral hall as well if you wanted, but that's gonna be like a long time. It matters. It depends which way it goes once it gets into the bathhouse. If it
Yeah.
does,
So is the
no way of
Lakeland
knowing.
off of the bathhouse?
Yes,
It's like I don't have it on my map
I
at all.
think the
Uh,
secret door.
Mm,
Maybe
really?
not.
Okay.
There
I
was a
don't have it on
secret
my
door. Maybe it doesn't connect. I can't tell by looking at it here.
crap.
I don't know. I'm gonna leave this one up to you, Sarah Jane. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Daya has never had a good sense of orientation around here, so she's just gonna follow where she saw it go.
Until
Okay.
get
In a
to an
very-
area where
in a
we
very-
know.
yeah,
She's
that's
gonna
fine.
follow the train of fire into the Lakeland
Maybe it'll
And-
tire itself out, and you'll be
and
in the right
hope
place.
that something will slow it down or catch its curiosity.
I mean, it's
No problem.
it's a creature of destruction, so if it's in like a wooded area, now it might just burn the woods down.
It could. It's also a stupid creature. Like, keep that in mind, guys. This thing doesn't have a plan. It's a dumb phoenix.
It's
It's a
not going
wild beast.
towards anything, and maybe
Yeah,
the
it
creatures
has
of the
no-
Lakeland will try and manipulate it somehow. I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's good. That's
Um,
good. That's good. Keep chase. Keep your sights on it. That's good.
Okay. In that case, then, Di, I'm gonna put you down here and move you
Yes, please.
like you have to go down
Well,
the stairs some way, which takes a lot of the movement. So I'll say 20
and then
foot to go
50.
down the stairs, or no, 15 foot. Chase aftering it, chasing
Yep.
after it. Phoenix didn't move at all, by the way. So
Okay.
20, 10, 230. So it's got 230 movement. Damn. In that case,
If I move
as you
just
get
100
here,
feet, would I be able to see it? Or would I be within short bow range of it?
no, I'm afraid
No.
not.
No. Okay.
It's actually already burned its way through the lake land. It's in
Yep.
the middle of the training room, and
Oh,
Where I
God.
thought.
Arizona,
Yep.
it's your go.
Yep.
The turn order is basically going to be you guys it. So we'll do that back and forth for a while.
Yep.
But
Okay.
yeah, Eridanus, you just come up the top of those stairs, and there's a roaring fire in the middle of the training room. It looks like it's about to turn and change direction, and it's weighing that up right now, and you've caught it
Okay.
in its moment of hesitation.
Nice. Kill
Okay.
it, James.
Right. Let's try to not. Didn't want to waste resources, but I don't think I've got a choice. So let's see. Let's try to knock it out of the air. I didn't mean to move the spell. Going for an ice storm on it.
Oh, okay.
And I am going to use my d6. Yes!
The poor Boggle that was just roaming around underneath gets obliterated, and there's an inky splat left where your spell lands. The Phoenix fares a little better and tries to barrel roll out of the way. It does get buffeted by it, and
Well,
this
it
is
got
difficult terrain as well, isn't it?
it got a 22 on the save.
Oh, right.
But
And
I
you're
used
minusing that by
I
6.
might which makes a 16, which makes it a fail.
Oh, wow. Okay, then I'll add some extra damage. What was it? 23 you did.
Yeah.
So
And it's not prone.
take an extra 12. Oh,
Nice.
it's really bad. Really
Nice,
bad injured
James.
after that. Prone is huge because it's going to have to use
Half
half of
it.
its movement to get up.
Yeah. And I've
Oh, man.
potentially given it another target to go for.
Oh, the Boggle, you mean? Oh,
No,
it's dead.
I meant myself, because now it's
Oh.
just like, I'm just like, haha, I'm back, bitch. And at the moment, I imagine that's terrifying. It ran all this way, and then I've come from another direction at it.
Yeah. That was utterly fluke, though, right? I mean,
that was an utter fluke, but it's as I thought was going to be, because I was thinking from the menagerie that if they went up, then they would get it, because this door here.
I rolled for it, right? It could have ended up going to the vault, weirdly, and then you could have just been like, oh, well, we're here now.
Yep.
I rolled for it, and it just happened to go straight into the path of Eridanus.
Yep.
And nice, good spell, good use of Cosmic Omen as well.
Yeah.
You foresaw this day, and the
Yeah.
comets of ice come down.
Nice.
This thing is looking so badly
that's
injured.
actually that's sort of what I imagine, rather than being like hailstones or whatever. It's literally like Halley's comet sort of going over, and it's like the ice trail from it that hits them with the sort of yeah. And Eridanus is like,
Restored.
I foresaw woe, but not for me.
Great. Ember, or rather Helenus, you're somewhere else entirely with Tanner. I'm going to quickly grab you and tell you where you are.
All right.
Grab you. You are in for... Okay. You end up in the room with the guard drakes, aka it's like an entry hall room. It's to the left of Dust Chamber, the fountain room, right? Where you went in to get your ring and or not the ring, where you got your flask. So,
All right. Is there any? I think that there was a staircase there to the north that led to the kitchen.
I have it that I
Yeah.
have it written down that the door to the north goes to the menagerie, but there's a question mark there.
So
So
I'll give you a visual so you can see it. But the staircase you're mentioning is the one you actually just came down. Sorry, came up. Let me pull just you actually.
North of Dust's room is the other. Is that not north of Dust's fountain? Is that not the
north of
room that the Medusa hung out in? With the
yeah,
other Tux's
yeah,
chambers were there as well.
yes,
Yes. Yeah.
exactly.
And then
Yeah.
I think there was a connection there that led to the kitchen.
There you go. Are you
Uh,
pulling to the right scene now, Derek?
Yeah, it's loading. 30%,
Okay.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. There we go.
So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, this is the stairs
Right.
you've just come out of.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so there's the kitchen there. So I want to have everyone. I want to run towards the kitchen. There's another
Okay. Yeah.
group here, but the old group.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'll get rid of them.
I will have. And have a kitchen anyways there. So let's head there and see if we can
All right.
intercept.
Okay. So you're gonna dash.
It's 60 feet, so it's gonna be a couple turns, but we will.
Yeah. I'll give you a bit more because you spent some of that movement going down the stairs on that last turn. So you get into Dust's room and she's confused. Oh,
Dust, I don't
what's all the rush?
know.
Okay. Um,
Bees on the loose. Really fiery, really angry, temperamental. Yeah. Oh, hi, Dust. Oh, it's so calming in here.
That's better. Yeah, your gait begins to slow as you step into this room. Like, what's the rush? It's going to be the Phoenix's go now, and I think we need to figure out first of all which direction it's going to go. There's several. But you can't see the stairs. But it knows you just came down one. Hmm.
It is a stupid creature, for what that's
Yeah,
worth.
I'm going to give it a D4. Oh wait, D3.
I really wanted it to go back up where it came from. Like, oh, run away and just
That's
run
the way
into
it
Dyer.
came. No, I'm going to give it D3. It doesn't want to keep backtracking right now. D3, 1 left, 2 down, 3 to the right. It's going right. Straight into the mushroom gardens now.
Ooh.
Move
Okay.
goes D.
So it's
So,
prone and it's in difficult terrain at the moment. That area.
right. So
Yo, guys, I got a direct access to the mushroom gardens.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and then 60 to get up in the air.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's its movement. So now, from now on, it's going to have to dash the full 120. And it doesn't get as far as you'd think now because the ice storm really took a toll on it.
Yep.
And it's only going one other way in here. So it's an L shape effectively in the mushroom gardens. It ends there. It is back to you guys. So Eridanus,
Yeah.
allow you to go first with Grizz as well.
Right. Herodanus is gonna
Just fine.
go that way, and then I'm just trying to think. Is there anything he can do effectively?
Helidus, were they flying after the creature or were they going to split up and go a different direction as well?
Helidus would totally. He's in a like a trance like. It's Bromwell, right? It's all the anger and all the emotion of Bromwell. He's just
Got
going.
it.
He's not thinking. He's a primal force at this point, just hell bent on consuming
Yeah.
this creature, on
That case,
rekindling as he's Helidus, right? Essentially. Remember, the Ember only entered into more of a two-way bargain of a force of wills that were deadlocked. They kind of became one in a way, and that kind of fueled Ember's fires to rekindle as well. So that's kind of what's happening here.
I'll have Grizz split up, just on the off chance that he runs into it. Meanwhile, Helidus is Terminator walking through the lakelands, just
Go, he'd be
a
Terminator
burning
flying.
forest around him.
He should be
Eating the
flying for
fire.
10 minutes. I
yeah.
am maintaining concentration on that,
Gotcha. He can
which
go
will give
quite-
him 120 feet of movement.
let's
Just
if he
do that.
trying to
dashes.
work something out at the moment.
True.
So
Let's get him.
when did the
Yeah,
phoenix start dashing, Chris? Because I wanted to try to
it
calculate.
dashed right here.
Okay, which means potentially there. Okay, so if I can see into that area. Okay, let's try this. So if I move to there, can I see it through the doorway?
No, you can't. It seems as though it's taken a sharp turn, as you can see a trail of
Okay.
burnt moss and fungi just screech around the corner.
Then Eridanus is actually, you know what? Eridanus doesn't know where this door goes, and he's just gonna say it's gone that way, Dyer, and he's gonna see where
Wall there.
because this
There you go.
door
Wall there still.
this door
There you
goes
go.
because I don't know where this one goes.
Okay. I'll chuck you through it. Into the vault. Oh, Eridanus, you may have triggered something. Oh, there's a door. There's a door. Give me a perception check.
Oh God.
You did want to get to the vault.
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear a feminine laughter and the sound of weapons swooshing and swinging through the air. Don't expect me to hit me with that, dude.
Huh. Ah. Okay, I think I've actually gone where I want to go.
Okay.
This is
Alright.
this is going to be interesting. I might trigger another encounter, but I think this could be in our favor.
Okay. Alright, that's
Stupid
fine.
luck.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is the rest of you? Oh, yeah. You're in the dust room. 60 foot. Dash in. And like 60 to there. Which means it's going to take you another 2 turns to get to the kitchen. Is that where you want to go? Nope. He wants to leave town.
I think he, from what he understands, there's direct route to the mushroom garden from where he is. So I think he was going that way. But I don't know where that is. I don't know if he's.
Okay. I'll see till he gets to there for now. Although, yeah, he'd go up. But he doesn't know about the mushroom garden.
No.
I'm just going to ask him when he gets back.
Yeah, I mean, if the mushroom garden's there, wouldn't and the phoenix there, wouldn't he be able to smell the burning from it potentially?
Yeah, I'll give him a perception check. Both of them.
Okay. Perception check?
Yes. Oh, yeah, you're back. Sorry, we were just asking which way do you want to go. But,
well, that's the thing. That's the conundrum here for me is that I know I can go to the mushroom gardens here on my ping, but Ember wouldn't know to go there.
Hmm.
He was running towards the kitchen at last, but if he
In that
maybe,
case,
I will make a terrible perception check of 3.
Alice, you march on trying to get towards the kitchen as quickly as possible, and then Tanner says, wait. You smell that? There's smoke
Where?
coming from here. Quick. And he
Okay,
rushed across.
yeah, lead the way, Tanner. Shields out, buddy.
Good job, Tanner did come with you.
And I will run off with Tanner leading the way.
Okay. 60 to there means it's going to take you one more turn to get into the mushroom gardens. But I will grab you and pull you to the layer now, just so everyone's on the right.
Okay.
And which one is that staircase? Okay.
Yeah, Chris,
Yeah.
I just sent you a message on Discord. A friend of mine tuned in and had some really
Yeah.
kind words for you, so I just thought I'd pass them along.
Oh,
Make
really?
you feel
Okay.
make you feel good.
Thanks, man. All right, I'll have a read of that once we're on the
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we'll pull you to the sink. Now you can smell smoke. It is right. In fact, the heat of this smoke and the source is so close. You can hear the roaring and flapping of wings at the top of the stairs.
There it
You
is.
are directly above it.
We will rekindle again.
If only you could get there this turn, as its Phoenix probably even senses maybe he's coming from there. But no, I'm going to give it the complete random direction once again. It's got 3 ways you can go. Up the stairs is 1 to you, 2 is up the other set of stairs, and 3 is going to be down into the menagerie, looping itself around like a rat in a maze. 1d3. It's 2. Ah, it's unlucky. It goes up the other set of stairs.
Fuck me. Get the fuck back.
It's so
Oh,
injured. It's so
what's that?
injured. Well, 25. Okay, the rest of you guys can go.
Fuck those stairs. Okay, I'm
Right.
gonna label these stairs while we're here.
Right. Aridanis is
Go.
going to go to this door. He is going to try to open it as quietly as he can.
Okay. The vault door is locked. Whoop,
Oh,
locked.
that one's locked.
Sorry, there you go. It is locked. The vault door should be. But you have picked this thing before, I think.
One of us has. Then Aridanis will try to do what he did last time, and when he tried to pick a lock and shape water to form into a key to try to pick it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I guess give me a quick sleight of hand check.
Oh God.
And I'll allow you to add your wisdom to it. Because
Okay,
it's using your spell casting.
which means that it's a minimum of a 10 on the dice, so I'll just roll
Oh.
a wisdom check.
Oh, what is happening? You and your
Wow.
net 20.
Oh my god, James,
It's
you do it every
perfect.
time. You do it every time.
The key is perfect. It slides in and freezes to the lock, and the tumblers turn,
The dice love me.
unlocking the
I
heavy
swear.
door. You push the banded metal away, and in front of you is a battle unfolding between Natasha and Senrith. And he has his scythe whipping around.
Natasha and Senrith?
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes,
And he is simply slicing at shadows.
Where
right
are
now.
you?
I'm in the vault,
Natasha and Senrith?
but possibly fake Natasha. Maybe.
Well, it seems as though every strike with the scythe impact, it simply goes through nothing. It's like a shadowy gossamer curtain that just parts every slice. And she's
the
laughing
heck?
at it. Like, pathetic.
What? What's
Can you
happening?
can you dispel magic on fake Natasha?
I can
that work?
certainly try, but I'm guessing the sleight of hand was my turn.
That is your action, yes.
Natasha and Senrith? What's happening right now? Fuck, I can't see.
That's
No,
what I
still
thought
good,
it would be.
Okay,
What
cool.
did you just stumble into?
You were wondering where
Strange
Senrith
things.
was.
Yep.
You just stumbled right into him. Okay. Meanwhile, Grizz, right in. I'm catching up. It's a good workout, guys. Oh, hi. He actually runs into you, Helidus and Tanner, as you get to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, no, yeah! Up the stair! Run!
Oh, God. He's sweating. He gets to the bottom of the stairs, but I think that's almost all of his movement. You guys can rush up, though, if you want.
Well, where does that
Um,
staircase lead? That one?
Where does it
Well,
go?
we're gonna find out.
Okay, let me
Oh.
just check. 1, 2. And Dyer, have you moved your full amount as well?
I did for the last turn. I haven't since for the current turn.
Yep, go ahead if
Oh,
you.
man.
So which way did he go? I couldn't actually see it because of fog of war.
Went down and then up this set of stairs over here.
That stair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, hey guys.
And
It
the
went this
flaming
way.
mushrooms tell the same story. Yeah, it's
Yep.
definitely gone this way. Cool. Means I can grab all of you. Take you to the same layer. Yeah, it's funny how you've all gone different directions and yet all meet up at the same place.
What are you doing here?
I'm just following the thing. What are you doing?
How
How did you get here?
trying to go a different way. Converged. It went that way.
Oh no! Please don't go to the library. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
no.
no, no.
That was
Really
one of
the-
the.
That's just cruel.
That was
Come
one
on.
of the reasons I was thinking of going the way I went, because I'm like, maybe I should go to the library and wander.
Is Daruka there?
Yes,
Maybe
of course.
Daruka will finish it off.
Oh yeah, if he sees burning books, he is gonna totally have something to say about it. I'm gonna roll for it
He
though,
is
because
gonna
there
be
is one other
so
door to the
pissed.
south. So here we go. One is the library, and 2 is the divination chamber.
It's gonna be a 1.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
2.
it's...
Oh, he's not gonna burn the books today, but that door is not locked anymore now that Tesseract is dead. So he just
But you have
slams into the
Homebrew.
massive doors, and its form squeezes through the
Oh,
gaps.
this creature's
Oh,
causing
no.
so much trouble.
Why are we chasing it again? I forget.
So that Heladus
This
can
is-
rekindle with it and become the phoenix that we all know and love.
That's right. Okay, there is a point to
I
this.
mean,
Oh my
we can
God.
we can just abandon this course, but Ember's not gonna at this point because he's all
No,
like
no,
half
it's a valuable ally if we can get it. It's just like
This is crazy. Yeah.
Though one thing to remember again, this might or might not help. If you work out roughly where it's going and it goes anywhere near the front door, you can use any door as the front door to be a shortcut.
Nice.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you where it went this time because there's no trail of burning. Because as you look around, get to the top of these stairs, there is stone marble, and yeah, it kind of heats up a little, but you can't see anything burning to visibly tell you which way it went. Which way would you guys like to go?
I don't know where I am currently. Are we still
No.
here?
Sorry, let's
I
bring
don't
you to the
know.
right
Can't
there.
see where we are.
Yeah, because we're still on the mushroom area, mushroom farm.
So you get to the top of the stairs, panting. Grizz is sweating. Oh, which way? Which way? And he's just panicked.
Eh,
You don't know which way it went.
I'll take the library. I'll run north towards the library. With me, Tanner.
With
Quick
you.
glance in. I'll be about 15 feet of movement or 20 feet of movement before I realize it's not in here because there's no fire.
You double take as you don't see a trail of fire, so you immediately write it off. But then, in the distance, you can see it aglow. It's giving off so much light from the burning
it's gone
embers
the
that it
other
sheds with
way.
each flap of its wings. It is way on the far side of the library, and it's actually flying
Okay.
towards you.
Okay. Hang on. I have, yes. Fireball is 120 feet range.
Oh my god!
Gosh,
Oh,
Daruka
you're gonna
got
put
to
us
I'll let
destroy
one
you.
go. I'll let one go. Woof, it soaring across the library to finish it off.
Oh my god! So Daruka sees you, looks back, and he's in the middle, by the way, down at the bottom of the stairs, and sees this fireball in slow motion, just, and he's just like, no. And yeah, go ahead. Nice, that's
Right there.
fireball.
Boom. Oh, it's a shit fireball. Those ones should be twos, though.
Okay, how much damage did you do?
It would be 25.
25.
Oh, what? No. It didn't make the ones.
29.
1, 2, 3, 4, 29. Yeah, because those ones should be twos.
29, so halved is...
Yeah, I
Half
treat
50.
immunity as if it's resistance.
Hold on. 'Cause it gets half and then half again, right?
If it makes the save, yeah, which it did.
Okay. I am... thought I would do it. If it was anything but fire, maybe would have done it. But only taking 27
8
half
damage.
is
It'll be 29 halved to 15, halved again to 8.
8. Oh my god, it's like a love tap away. The Phoenix falters in its flight path as that explosion goes off. Racking...
Daruka, get it!
Oh my... I should burn you for what you've just
No,
done!
it's going to destroy your library!
Those are precious tomes! No! Goodness me. He rushes towards you thinking, no, I'll deal with you in a moment. I think I'll roll Daruka onto initiative and see where he ends up. Well, actually, I'll just have his go right now. Screw it. He held his action reading book. Well, spells-wise, there's not much in the way of damage. He can
This is not an evocation mage.
No,
can
based
run
on
to
our
An
last thing, he
enchantment.
had like
Not
Enchantment.
thoughts and
Yeah.
stuff.
exactly. He's mostly enchantment based. The best he can do is brandish his claws and rush towards the creature with a dash. Gets right up to it. So that's something. He might actually force it back the way it came. Which I think is fair.
Yeah.
So, Daya, did you and Grizz want to change your
You've
direction
you've
now?
got
No,
this
no, no. As soon as I would hear Ember shouting, I'm gonna make my way into the room.
with your step of the wind dash, you should be able to get in range.
Okay, so I can get here.
Even that might be enough, actually, for you to be in range.
I should be in range of my Sharpo.
Oh,
It's
It's 90
definitely in the
feet.
second increment.
If you step of the wind dash, you could get definitely within the first increment.
okay. Yep, let's do that.
Okay.
Another.
Yeah, you ran down the stairs, vault over the desks with all the writing, probably knocking inkwells everywhere, quills go
Yep.
flying.
And take
And as
a
the
take a
smoke
short breath.
clears, you see the phoenix in a panicked twirl trying to turn away. Oh, God.
I'm going
And
to-
with that, its head is like turned to the side, and you see its eye look straight towards the arrow. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Yes.
yep, right through the eye. Right through the eye is good. She's like exhausted and just holding her breath, trying to aim well. And
And the arrow keeps sailing and then plants itself right into the door on the far side. Meanwhile, the phoenix is enveloped in a ball of fire, its
That's what I
own
was.
fire, and
Yeah.
condensing down.
What about
And
our fiery friend that was flying around? What's his
he's catching
situation?
up. I'm sure
Okay.
he's probably right behind Dyer, purely because, of course, he's got so much movement. 120, right?
He was
So,
going
yeah.
after the Phoenix though, so would he come through this door then?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he would have
I
gone
don't
left.
tear a hole through the fucking library. We've already done enough damage with that fireball.
Oh, man.
No. Helidus. As it comes down, order it to go right. Because there's an entrance to the library that way, and just have it burn up the alchemy axe as it goes through.
It's just,
God.
I can't order do anything. I'm too far away from it.
Well,
It has its own in this
I
state,
know.
James. It's not like my Phoenix. Yeah,
I know, but
I
still,
know.
imagine.
But that's
that would have been
good.
cool.
I'll tell you what. I'll
Two
let it roll.
birds, one flame.
Well, no, I'll let it roll. Let's see where it goes. 1d3, because it could have gone up, down.
Oh, because it doesn't know, right? Because there's no trace.
So it got
Shit.
up
Yeah,
or
that's
down,
right.
so 1 or 2. So it did go up. Oh, it went into the library. So it is right behind you, Dyer.
Oh dear. So it's also.
It's also burning its trail.
Daruka's gonna be pissed.
Well, you potentially started a fight with Daruka. I'm glad I'm nowhere near you.
Oh boy.
Oh
So
god.
with this final strike from Dyer's arrow, Phoenix condenses into a fiery ball, which begins to harden and effectively encase itself in a new shell of charcoal. It's gonna be a few days before it finally hatches again. Well, unless Helidus rekindles and reborn, makes it one whole flame. Cromwell avenged. So we will see that in just a moment. I think combat's going to be over. So yeah, just
Yep.
That's on Daruka's current.
Oh yeah, Daruka though.
His current demeanor. I don't know what he doesn't know what the hell's going on. Suddenly, fucking fiery creatures are burning his library. Shit. Oh my god. Oh
In
man.
amongst the
Wasn't us. We didn't do it.
Wait, Daruka, I can explain.
You had better.
Yeah, it needs to rekindle. Just let it rekindle, and I'll be out of here soon, shortly, and I'll be able to control it. I can't control it like this. It's an alternate timeline to recovery, but with Terry, it's all fucked up. It's not our fault.
Keep your voice down. This is a library.
Yeah, It's the timelines, Ruka! The timelines!
He is furious. You can see the pages of just fluttered ash everywhere around him. This library was my whole life. I've dedicated this. Why
I'm
me?
sorry. It's okay, Daruka. And all the other timelines, the library's intact. The timelines, Daruka. It's all coming. It's all gonna collapse in a day and a half, anyways. It's all coming. It's all gonna implode. The Tesseract is. It's collapsing.
Nothing?
Yeah, the Tesseract, Daruka. It's all over. As Ember's like huffing and puffing, he exhausted, running. He's not athletic. He's trying to explain this while trying to catch his breath.
I think at this point, as you come up to him, give me an acrobatics or athletics check. He's going to try and grab you.
Oh, sure, sure.
He's seen how much damage has already been done, and let's go with the strength. Oh, really? Feels lame. He stops you, but you could barge past him if you wanted.
No, I'm trying to run up to him and like arms flailing, but exhausted, and like trying to like plead my case, kind of thing. Like this isn't my fault. This is. And at the same time, this is all irrelevant because the timelines, which he has no idea what I'm talking about. Whatever.
he
Can
his
I
infinite
help
stupidity.
try and temper some of Ember's like panic? Since I feel like I feel like Daruka and I have a pretty good rapport, and just be like, I know that was awful, but trust me, if we hadn't killed it, it would have been worse. The main point is that you've only got a day and a half before this whole place is going to collapse. So if you have any special volumes you want to take, you should evacuate with them now. Or get ready to evacuate anyway.
She wouldn't just have the whole hut collapse on itself. What?
I mean, the hut.
Madness.
No, it's the timelines.
It's just a means to an end. And I know this seems crazy, but Tarek has shown us what's going to happen, and it's this whole thing is going to collapse.
She's right.
A persuasion check there, Dan. I'm going to say disadvantage. No, because the library is on fire.
Yep. Oh, that's a 4.
None of you are making any sense.
I can't assist that, sorry, Sergi.
Right now, my library is on fire.
Find out, let it rekindle. Come on, let the rekindle here.
You get out.
No!
You've done enough damage.
Dude, it's gonna be the Tesseract!
Make me a wisdom saving throw. He's had enough of this.
Alright.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. I flash, and he's trying to subvert your will, but your will is all over the place. It's so panicked he can't. He's trying to get a leash on it, and it's just a wild flaming ball running around. Oh my goodness, you're in a state. Just where's Eridanus? He could put this water. He could put the flames out.
At this point, I'm done trying to explain it. I'm getting to the elemental and the egg and trying to facilitate another rekindling. Realizing now that I made a terribly stupid. Well, I'm going to blame Grizz, but it's this. These instructions. Rekindle! Come on, do it! Eldest, we got this! We got this, buddy! Let's go! Come on! Suck it in! Drink it in!
He's already leant over this thing and like gripping it, and you can see his flames beginning to simmer and change color. Where is Eridanus?
I will assist him in the process. Nobody knows.
Eridanus is at the moment speaking with Natasha. While we're in the same room.
Yeah, he's not anywhere near it.
Very unexpected development.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh God, why am I not the higher charisma character? Why am I not the higher charisma character? Why do I not have the super potion at this moment?
I don't think you need it when you've been rolling that many nat 20s. But this is a confrontation that looks very heated, and in the thick of it, Senrith is turning immediately to you and Eridanus? What are you doing here?
Chasing down a phoenix, but now I seem to have found something more interesting.
Oh, welcome. You're just in time.
Now, just before we get into things, are you the real Natasha or the one that's been trying to kill Edelon? Just so I'm
That's
where we stand.
that's a rude assumption. Can't ask a woman if they're real or not.
Fine, are you
That's
Sinvala or are you Natasha? That better?
She raises an eyebrow, and before she has a chance to speak, Senrith says, "This is not her. This is not her.
Right.
This is the fake. She's
Right.
merely a shadow."
Right, well, this worked once before. Eridanus is going to try it. Even though it's probably going to be counted or something, he's going to point and he's going to try to dispel Natasha. Because she
Okay.
seems to be a magic. Because if this is the fake Natasha, then potentially they were conjured up by Eleanor, so that would make them a magical construct. So he's going to try.
Yeah.
That was my thinking too, yeah.
Roll a wisdom check.
Right, and I still have one of those 2d4s up. Actually, yeah. Actually, wait, no, that happened before. Then we. Has it been a minute in this entire combat yet? I know we've been running, but it's not been like 10 rounds.
No, it hasn't. It's really
Wow.
not.
Okay, so right, let's go. So, oh my god, I've got to cast this at 4th level again. So, I'm burning through a lot of resources for this, but 4th level dispel magic, wisdom check, minimum roll of a d of 10 on the dice, and I will expend the use of guidance because why not? So that's 26.
26.
Yep.
She turns to you and suddenly gasps in a really like over dramatic way, like, "Oh my goodness!" And you see the shadows around her suddenly dissipate around where the water is like striking, and then she looks around and is like, "Did you just get my top wet? What was that?" And she looks at you like, "Huh? Oh, was you expecting me to puff out like a load of smoke? Oh no,
I
no,
was, I
no."
was, I was hoping, but I at least seem to have dispelled something because something happened.
You did.
Can you
Actually, as it
now?
happened,
Can you now hit her, Senrith?
that will be an initiative, yeah, for you. I think. Oh man, looking at the time though, Natasha is clearly under a lot of different spells, and one of them has been stripped away. In
Yep.
fact, I'll have to roll to see which one it was. She's got, yes, she's
Yep.
got multiple, 3 in fact.
Yeah, and I can
So
guess
it's gonna be
what a couple of them are.
1 for Blur, 2 for Blink, and 3 for the Armor of
I'm hoping
Shadow.
it was the blur.
It's Blur. It is. So you definitely see the shadows around her sort of dissipate, and that makes her form a lot more solid.
Yeah.
And the scythe is coming straight towards her. But looking at the time, I think this might be a battle we'll have to
Yeah.
play out next time. So for now, though, you can confirm she is some sort of creature, not an illusion.
Right.
And she says, "There's only one way I'm getting out of here. It's not going to be by dispel."
Banish, I
What
guess.
is she?
I would guess. Eridanus as he goes, well, I got rid of something, but let me guess, you want to kill Eleanor again. That why you're
It's
here?
exactly what she's trying to do. I've caught her trying to sneak in, chased her over here, but I told Zankiri to stay behind.
Yes.
Wait, so is
Unfortunately,
Zenkiri alive in this timeline again?
unfortunately, if things play out the way they did last time, Zankiri will soon be killed, and
What?
Eleanor will be taken
No,
by Knight.
someone needs to stop that.
Yes, but
Probably, yeah. But you already know it's pretty much too late at this point.
I think it's
Just
too
isn't
late.
in the loop.
But
Yeah. Oh, well then I'm wasting my time here.
well, actually, perhaps not. I know you really want to get rid of Eleanor, but surely the real cause of all of this is Baba Yaga. Wouldn't that be a more interesting thing for you to bring down? Stop all these rituals she's planning?
Are you suggesting an alliance, Eridanus?
I might
See,
be.
this one's smart. He thinks. He doesn't just swing around his little sharp stick. Senator just rolls his eyes. I'm actually on board with this.
And
yeah, it looks like Senator is just like, what are you saying, Eridanus?
and well, considering we're going to be, if we want to,
What are we going to stab you in the back?
possibly, but I
Oh, what, like you was trying to do the entire time here?
no, I look at them both and be like, but uneasy alliances as they are, it's best to keep one's enemies close so that we can keep an eye on them. And I think we're going to need your help, Senrith, if Knight decides to show his face again.
Okay, I want you to make a persuasion check. This will be the one last roll of the night. And you're persuading Senrith here, not Natasha. She wants to go
Okay.
exactly where you are going.
Okay,
'Cause that's
I'm
where Eleanor will
going to
be.
use my inspiration for the advantage because it seems like,
Okay. Right.
and I've
Make it
still
count.
got one of those D4s as well. God
Oh,
damn
no!
advantage!
That was so low.
It's a 7. all this time.
Okay.
All this time.
He says, I'm sorry, Eridanus. This is for your own safety. She will try to backstab you. She's using this as an opportunity. And Senrith continues to try and strike at Natasha. And I think that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yeah.
And wow, what a session. This will pick up next Friday, and hopefully we'll have
Next
next
Sunday.
Sunday, right? My bad. And hopefully we'll have Cam with us because the rekindling will have been completed. The vault is right in front of you, and found the fake Natasha and Senrith this time around. She hadn't done the time before. I'm looking forward to see how this all plays out. What edges and what loot you can possibly find in here before the heart collapses.
Yep.
This timeline's already completely different than.
Yep.
Yep.
Amazing work with the simulacrum, and
all
finally
because we
caught
left
that
it.
phoenix by its own stupidity. I think, like Derek was right, its intelligence brought it down as it went in a circle and looped back into itself and was just completely caught off guard. So, wow, that was a fun little chase, and yeah,
It was really cool, yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, we will
Fucking
next
burnt
week.
the library.
And also
But-
tune in on Monday for
No,
What Live.
not this
What
weekend, unfortunately.
lies,
It's my
buddy?
dad's birthday, so I won't be available.
I always get it wrong. Anyway, and then on Friday, we're off for Story, where we continue the Sword Coast arc as well.
Yep, and the
Roll the
adventures of
story!
Taklo.
Yes, Taklo for Story.
Right.
Roll.
Right. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.